run it, run it, run. No, 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 ay. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line for you. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. Nonchalant, wake up feeling like I'm righteous. In my mind, see it grab me with my likeness. Up till 5, no one working like the zeitgeist. Put in 12-hour shifts while I write this. And I know when the black shit, they showing love. Not everyone a day one, don't lie to me. And they wanna take credit when no credit's due. Say what you want, but it don't bother me. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. Nah, no sirski, baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny, no sirski. Baby girl be talking sweet but used to dirt me. Wanna take a few snaps for a story. Wasn't showing no love when we was hurting, it's funny, no. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do for you. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do. I've been running out of time, think I need to rewind, feeling out of line. I put everything aside, hoping that I make it right, all the things I do.
Wanna see you with your hands up, going straight to the sky. Let me see you put your hands up. Cause we do till we die and we on another level. To the rest, wave goodbye, put baguettes in the benzo. Got a piece of the pie. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay up, diamond shine, best at night. You wear yours, I'll wear mine. Go dumb tonight, tonight. Oh, dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Oh, Cali Dro got me feeling right with my ice in the clouds. Oh, dipping low with my girls tonight. Got my ice in the clouds. Oh, Cali Dro got me feeling right. Wanna see you put your hands up, pointing straight to the sun. Everybody lift your bands up. Celebrate cause we won, we stay on another level. Yeah, the team stay fly. Word to Bruno, get your rings up. Cause the limit is the sky. Told you once, told you twice, that we only got one life. Stay up.
this ain't what you want. I've been living at hotels for a month. I don't take any meetings after lunch. I've been spelling all my sneakers, I don't jump. Me and mine only tryna double up, yeah. Me and mine tryna build, come up front, yeah. Measure twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. Measure twice, cut once, what we on, yeah. I've been reading Proverbs all the work, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, and here I go again. I hope y'all never ever get the chance to win. I'm Westbrook and I'm staying at the rim. Yeah. Does anybody really wanna jump with him? Yeah. I got agents who talk like friends. Yeah. I got friends only wanna talk business. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I've been reading all the war, and I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars, yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours, yeah. And I'm ready for some more, yeah. And I've been reading all the war, yeah.
On the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merged. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting ate. I'm falling like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner so I know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit Chloe. I want the floor seats cause I'm tired of the nosebleeds. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen, putting on the work but they don't give me no recognition. Basically the league's MVP but the P is missing. I'm the most valuable but sometimes they tend to forget it. I live my life on the edge but my back against the wall. I make sure my shoes lace cause who gon' catch me if I fall against the odds, but I'ma beat them all. I used to have a lot of friends, I never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love if it's fake love? I'm tryna shine like the diamonds on Mike's glove. Get in my way and you gon' feel it just like Mike's glove. I'm tryna go from burnt rugs to the red rugs. That's facts. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Gang, gang. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Guys, welcome back to another event over here on the DZ channel. Crucial by Micron presents Red Parasite Community Clash, powered by Zotac Gaming. And once again, it's me, Madness, alongside KAKAO today for this lower bracket round of 3. And KAKAO, I'm pretty hyped about watching this. It's We Tried versus our favorites, KAKAO Gaming over here. So it's going to be a bit of clash of nations. And any thoughts about this, KAKAO?
Yeah, let's see what happens. Actually, KAKAO Gaming do have again changed their roster a bit. Mid laner has changed. Red Corporal has gone towards that AD carry role. Support has changed as well. Dragoon has come back in the jungle. So like 4 roles have essentially changed, right? So it is the new look KAKAO Gaming, and they would be hoping to do one better on TOK, right? They did take TOK to game 5 in the last series, ended up losing it, but that was a pretty close series as well. And yeah, I mean, let's see what happens here. Although they do find themselves in the losers bracket right now, so it's not going as well as they had hoped. Having said that, let's look at the event schedule and see what has happened so far. Madness.
Yeah, as you see, registrations finished by the 9th. Open qualifiers happened 10 to 11th. Our main event, which is basically where our best, like our top 8 teams started fighting out, was on the 12th. And today on the 15th, we do have the lower bracket round of 3, and tomorrow will be the lower bracket finals. The upper bracket finals have already taken place, guys, and it is TOK who's waiting for whoever is there in the grand finals, and Phoenix Gaming is waiting for whoever is going to be winning this matchup today in the lower bracket finals. and our grand finals will be happening on that 17th, as you can see right there on your screen. That being said, let's take a look at the prize pool. This is going to be another 1 lakh tournament, 1 lakh INR tournament. First place gets that 50k. So essentially, there's a lot to be fighting for. Second place gets 25k, third gets 15k, and fourth gets that 10k over there. That's the sum overall. But given that fact, we do have a bunch that people are fighting for. This is not like your last tournament, so now almost all the teams are participating. There is no reservations, no best of the top 4 teams of last time aren't playing like that. That's why you see TOK this time in the tournament. So this is going to actually determine the overall standings or between these teams who have the power rankings over here, Kaka.
Yeah, and let's just look at the brackets as well and see how we got here. And yeah, as you said, TOK, of course, in the grand finals once again. I think that's not a surprise anymore. They do always end up getting into that final place. And let's just have a look here. So lower bracket round 2, Old Gods against We Tried, and then I think Old Gods did try against the Pakistani squad. Did end up losing. I believe it was 2-1. That game was yesterday. And KAKAO Gaming getting the better of Tyson Warriors in a 2-0 whitewash. And today we will have the Pakistani squad versus KAKAO Gaming. We Tried versus KAKAO Gaming. So this is going to be a great matchup coming in. And whoever wins this will go up against Phoenix Gaming. That game will be tomorrow. That will be a best of 3 as well. And Phoenix Gaming looking really solid. So again, Madness, we have 3 teams from 3 different nations right here. And let's see who makes it against Temple of Kings. We have Sri Lanka waiting by the wings tomorrow, and today will be the grand India versus Pakistan series, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, now we're getting more diversified in the nations of the arc. Competing over here, so you will be seeing a bunch of different kind of players, different play styles, a bit variations. And this with our schedule right now, we do have the KAKAO versus We Tried. Do like the We Tried logo, a bit off meta from what we're seeing in logos, but it looks like they have tried with their logo and they have succeeded quite a bit over there. But that being said, yeah, as you said, We Tried is a Pakistani team right now, and there have been a bunch of a lot of roster changes, roster mania going on. Like Potato Monster didn't even play in Old Gods this time. He played in FFing, if I'm not mistaken, as the ADC over there. And now the way that KAKAO Gaming has prepared it, their Corporal will now be making yet another role switch to the ADC role over here, Kaka.
Yeah, and maybe third time's the charm for him. Has played top lane, has played jungle. Has gone to a best of 5, till the 5 game and all, both of those roles. So maybe ADC is the lucky charm for him. Does have a really strong foundation around him yet again. His team is really strong. So, I mean, they should be the favorites coming in today's matchup as well against We Tried. And, they don't have Thorfinn anymore. Savage is here. And having said that, guys, we will be going into Champ Select all ready for this one. And let's see what happens. Let's see if the Gwen gets banned, because that is still the meta in the Indian scene. And that will be, a lot of fun to watch as well.
Yeah, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon over there with anything going on. But I want to touch upon the fact that you talk about Thorfinn right now. Thorfinn is playing as basically the substitute or sometimes as the main in Temple of Kings right now. So he's sharing that role with Catbot over there in that team. So that's going to be interesting to see if KAKAO Gaming ends up facing them, right? So there's going to be a bit of a revenge kind of thing for him. 100%. That being said, let's look at a bit of the bans over here. The Kled ban coming out has to be coming out against Copy Blood Torva of KAKAO Gaming. He's known as one of those OTP Kled picks. I love the Galio ban. This champion is so annoying to play against. The Zaya ban does come out. Maybe not one of the things that we've been looking at as a Zaya. I've not seen the Zaya ban quite frequently, but hey, maybe they have some info that we do not have. Now We Tried will be looking to be making their second ban over here, and it looks like it's the Lissandra ban coming out. So these teams have studied each other, not making that many meta bans overall, maybe more targeted, except for that Galio ban that seems pretty generic. I don't know the brand ban coming out. They're just banning some cancer champions over here, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not sure if you're allowed to say that, but having said that, yeah, I mean, some really targeted bans coming out here. I still can't get over what you said. But let's see what the first pick is going to be, because Savage can play a lot of champions, right? So you can't target ban him whenever he picks the Lissandra or anything else. I don't think that matters too much. He does play the LeBlanc, he plays the Syndra, all these meta champions, even the Silas he's very good at. Nocturne gets banned against Dragoon, no surprise there as well. He will pick up the Nocturne whenever it's open, right? So that is going to get banned as well. But the Corki comes in now, that can be a flex pick. I feel like Corki is really strong in the AD carry position right now. And I would like to see that paired up with the Nami in the bot lane. I do believe Corki will end up going to the bot lane, in the hands of Dead Corporal. I think he has been trying to play the Corki, and he is just a solid player mechanically, so I don't think that is going to matter too much. I think he's very good on that champion, and I feel like Corki is a great first pick coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And instantly answered by that Jhin over there. He's going to have so much range on that Corki as well. They see him there. But as you said, the Corki can be flexed. He is, in this meta, being played a lot in the ADC role. He has been taking over a lot of rank Qs that way. And I think Dead Corporal has played him a bunch in this tournament up to now already. So he's probably going to be heading the AC. But he can be still be flexed in that mid role. Now it's up to Dragoon to see what he wants to pick it. Not necessarily going to pick whatever he is going to be playing or what his team wants. The side of We Tried have locked in Viego as their jungler. A very strong jungler, can snowball pretty hard if he gets that lead. And now seems like KAKAO Gaming is playing a bit on the safe side, getting that Shen pick for themselves. And that's going to open up so many global kind of pressure situations that they can mount over there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that could be the River Shen as well coming in the jungle. I don't think that's a top lane pick for Blood Torva. At least I haven't seen him play Shen or all these tank picks, in the top lane. And we were speaking about Nami, but the Lulu comes in. I would have much preferred Nami, honestly. I think that's a very strong setup. But again, Lulu is one of, if not the strongest enchanter champion in the game right now. So having Lulu does not hurt, especially when you have the Shen to engage all these fights and just provide so much backline support right now. The Rel will come in for the side of We Tried. Love that pickup. Can burst the shield as well with her Q, and it looks like KAKAO Gaming have a lot of shields coming out in their team comp so far. So Rel is a good pickup here. And on to the second ban phase we go, and let's see if the Jax or Xin Zhao is going to get banned. Not sure why, but that does get banned. I don't think they expect the Shen to go to that jungle role right now, and the Malphite is going to get banned against We Tried, clearly indicating that the Jax pickup is coming if it's left open.
Yeah, definitely. They're already setting it up, but I think We Tried is smart enough to answer it. Maybe not understanding that Shen could be going in the jungle, and that's why the Xin Zhao ban coming. Could be a loss of a ban over there. But hey, this is just the first game. It is a best of 3 series after all. So, and that's where we see the Gwen ban coming in. This Gwen, I would have
Finally.
seen, we'd like to see maybe first picked or something. But yeah, but the Gwen's out. So now we don't have a Gwen in the match, Kaka. It's going to be much more easier to cast. Less snowballing going on. Less of these teams playing this champion, so that's going to be plus in my books at least. And now that the Jax is still left open, they can honestly just go for it over here, Kaka.
Yeah, again, that's a Gwen jungle ban, so I really don't think We Tried have any idea that the Shen is going into that jungle role, or at least that's what I think as well. Maybe I am wrong and they are right. And KAKAO Gaming just slam a Lee Sin right now and just send the Shen top. So that could always happen as well. But let's see. The Darius is going to get blind picked right here. I would not like to see that. I would have much preferred a mid lane pick coming in for the side of We Tried. But the Darius does get locked in. And now let's see if KAKAO Gaming and Blood Torva have cooked up some counter pick for it, and looks like the Aatrox is going to come in. Not the best matchup into the Darius, but of course you can outscale the Darius, so it's not a bad pick at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, if he plays it smart a bit during the laning phase, and this Shen that we're most likely now going into that jungle, as we can see, helps him out on the top side. But let's hold thoughts. There's a hover of an Akshan over here, and I would
That's
like
not
to
getting
see what
locked
he
in,
does
don't
with
worry.
it. Come on, I don't want them to troll us. I really do want to see an Akshan pick, but no, it looks like the the LeBlanc. Okay, they're just hovering around a bit. I think in the end, maybe we'll go for the LeBlanc for that additional. Yeah, they do lock in that LeBlanc for that additional, assassination attempts that they can have. The Jhin will have to be looking out the entire team fights for this LeBlanc, who might just try to jump in on him. And what kind of counters would you like to see in the mid lane against this Kaka?
Galio's already banned, so something like a Syndra or Orianna does really well, at least in the laning phase against the LeBlanc. I do not like the LeBlanc pickup honestly, because Shen does not tend to do too much before he turns level 6, and you need a very aggressive jungler like the Jinzhao, like the Lee Sin, maybe the Jarvan with the LeBlanc to get her ahead. And Talia is, again, I think it's a very bad matchup for Talia. I mean, if you can use your E to cancel out LeBlanc's W, then maybe fine, but LeBlanc does win that matchup in isolation. But overall, I think it's a good pick. Talia always, I mean, both of these champions are my main, so I love that both of them have gotten picked right here. But having said that, I really don't like the LeBlanc pickup, especially with the Lulu and Shen coming, and I would have much preferred to see a Syndra or Orianna come in from either of these sides. But I do prefer what we tried have gotten, for themselves in terms of team comp at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like also retries compo. The Jin is going to be easily just free hitting from the backlines, has enough range, his ultimate can open up, has so many tanks in front of him like the Darius and the Rel, very hard to get to him. And this LeBlanc's going to have a hard time even picking a target for who she wants to even go for when she goes for these team fights. And it just looks like KAKAO Gaming's side just looks a bit more of, I would say a ranked comp, while retries does look like more of a competitive type comp where they have actually maybe picked this out and that's what they want to do. But this is maybe a bit expected given that how KAKAO has been switching around the roles that people are playing in that team and the new players that do come in and what fits right for them. It's just going to be, and honestly, if this Corki does get Omega fed, it can be a huge difference maker because Corki is so strong on this patch, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we can talk about the team comps all we want, but if that Corki gets to 2 items relatively early in the game, then I think it's just going to be a very bad night for V-Tribe. And, they will stand true to their name in that case that they did try. Maybe they should have tried banning Corki if he does end up winning this game. And that is something that we are expecting somewhat, that Dead Corporal to do well on that Corki. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. We tried again, do have what I feel is slightly better comp, but it really does not matter as much in our scene. KAKAO Gaming do have some really good players on that, in the squad right there. So let's see how they are going to show up, because this is the lower bracket round 3, and whoever loses is out of the tournament. So these guys are fighting for their tournament life right now. And it's going to be very interesting, and I can't wait to see who wins this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Cannot wait to see. And as we said, we tried is a Pakistani team KAKAO a bit here, there, everywhere in terms of where their players are from. So this is going to be a little battle of different kind of play styles, a bit slightly different given that in our entire region is just over aggressive in the overall picture that we do see. And it honestly does not boil down to usually the comps that we see, because the team comps do vary there, and usually the teams with the better comps honestly don't end up winning most of the time. And the main reason for that is that it just relies on those 1v1s or those 2v2s or those 3v3s, those short skirmishes that occur across the map, and who plays it individually well over there and who comes out on top and gets that early lead for their team over there.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to come down to the junglers as well, right? As you said. But the Shen pickup, it's a good pick. I would like to, but I have not seen a lot of Shen jungle, honestly, the River Shen. It is quite famous that having not seen it too much, you can't really make your assumptions on what it's going to do. Again, as I said earlier, I would have liked to see something more aggressive with the LeBlanc, so you can get her snowballing, get her out of the lane, just picking off the Jin, the Talia, the Rel, even the Viego, wherever she roams. So that is going to be quite interesting to watch, because if the LeBlanc does fall behind, the Talia can do a lot in these team fights, even against the Corki, who does have a dash in his Valkyrie, right? So he does get stunned if the Talia E comes out. So it's going to be pretty interesting to watch, and I really don't know what's going to happen. But this game one will tell us a lot about how this series is going to go, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, this is an excellent way to set it up for a best of three series. Like this looks like on paper like the excellent game one. They're just trying out different things over here to see what actually works out for them and might lead to a bit of different banning and different compositions in the second game. But all in all, cannot wait to jump into this game and go over that. Corky with his true damage on his auto attacks and the spell blades is gonna be have a lot of free time hitting over there. And Dead Corporal, as we did say before, was in the top, went to the jungle in last storm, and now is back into the ADC role in the bot side. Dragoon's taken over that jungle instead. So it's going to be interesting to see how DC manages to play in this ADC role. I did see a couple of his post-match, screenshots and see how he was, and he's getting like an average of 15 kills per game. So he was being pretty dominant. It did not seem like he was out of place anywhere over there.
Yeah, I mean 100%, and it's again. Let's see what happens. Honestly, the Corki is really strong. And the Lulu, the supporting cast, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. Guys, we do have a slight pause coming in, so the game has been slightly delayed, but we will be jumping into the game pretty soon. Sorry to make you guys wait. We are as excited as you are. But meanwhile, Madness, we can talk about the top players in the tournament so far, right? We did speak about Thorfinn earlier, that he has left KAKAO Gaming and has gone to TOKs, and I have to say, like, this guy has been performing really, really well. I mean, you can look at his damage numbers right there, right? 176,982. So he has dealt the most damage in the tournament so far, and his performances have been really spectacular as well. I think he was playing the Hue yesterday, and man, that was like a treat to watch as well. And he has been playing so many champions, so I will give him my props. We have been heavily critical of Thorfinn in the previous tournaments, but it looks like he needed some change, and now that he has gotten it, I mean, he is looking phenomenal so far.
Yeah, maybe it's a team that rolls him back in a bit, right? Holds the reins a bit so he doesn't get too over-aggressive, lets him know when he's pushing a bit too much, and maybe that's helping him in his overall playstyle and the way he's been playing. So he's been doing phenomenal. In the top 5 has the most damage, as you did say. Just him, basically the 5th and 4th position are shared because of the kills right there, right? 47 to 47. But the main point over here is 2 of these top 5 players are going to be playing today for the team of We Tried, right? Hashir and Anubis, right? The bot lane and you call the mid lane, right? They're going to be having a fun time here. So they are in the top 5, so they are proving that they are looking pretty kill hungry overall. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can be doing. Another person to mention is Olgoth's Indica. They are unfortunately out of the tournament, but he's had another fantastic showing. Like last time we did see this man, he was playing ADC, he was playing jungle, and he was just killing it wherever he was going, honestly. So unfortunately we don't get to see more of him, but even till the point that he has played, he's already secured till now the 2nd position, given he had a bit of a fewer games compared to what these players will be having right now. And on the top we do have T-Berry, the ADC of TOK. Look at that smiling face, that just tells you all over there. 60 kills to his name, just beating out Indica by 1 kill over there, and will maybe look to increase that number in the grand finals.
Yeah, but look, just beating Indica by 1 kill, but look at the deaths, right? He has 19 fewer deaths compared to Indica. So I mean, that tells you a story. He is the AD carry player, so he knows how to be safe and just get his job done. I did spectate one of his games. I think it was against KAKAO Gaming, and his Caitlyn was just so great. Putting his, I mean, I think he was 23-1 in game 1 of that game. So he farmed well most of his kills in that one game itself. And his trap placement on that champion, like that champion is a must ban against T-Berry. And with having said that, guys, we will be jumping into the game, and let's see how this one goes. As we always do, Madness, give me a prediction, and we'll see if that happens.
I'm gonna say KAKAO Gaming 2-1.
Oh, that is very interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go for KAKAO 2-0 in this one, but let's see what happens. We have jumped into the game, and a 5 stack coming in for the side of the We Tried right there. So expecting some sort of invade coming out from the blue side, but KAKAO Gaming is just going to stay very standard, protect the opening of their jungle, and just chill out.
Yeah, they're having a good time. Interesting point put out is Dead Corporal does have the Hail of Blades instead of what I've usually been seeing on Corky's is the Conqueror, right? So maybe a bit of a different, hidden tech that he's been playing with that he wants to be bringing out over here. Shen also running Hail of Blades for himself. Savage obviously having the Electrocute in the mid lane, and as always, the Aatrox will probably have the Conqueror on the top. Now look at the deep ward that was just placed by Savage over there. So he's going to be knowing where Viego does go from after he takes that red buff. So they're gonna have a pretty good idea where the jungler of retry is at all times, pretty much in the first 3 minutes of this matchup. And it looks like the Talia is pushing quite a bit onto the LeBlanc in the mid lane. The Corki has started E level 1, is trying to get a bit more of the wave clear presence over there, try to maybe get to the level 2 for himself. I think the most of this fights will be having the top lane because the top lanes usually do fight a lot, and Blood Clover has to play a bit more on the passive side over here.
Yeah, 100%. Darius is so strong at level 1 with the passive. You do take the W as well, and with the Ghost, you can always chase down the Aatrox. So as we can see, he is already zoning the Aatrox from getting that experience and turning level 2. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Savage getting really nice trades onto the Talia. So this is the point where Talia will struggle once she gets the Merc treads, which I expect she will do. Then the matchup becomes sort of playable. But for now, it's just about shoving in the LeBlanc and getting as much farm as you can. Same in the top lane, you can already see a big CS difference coming out from the side of Darius already, 10 CS up. So yeah, I mean, really strong lanes for the side of we tried in the top lane and Savage in the mid lane right here.
Yeah, and nicely, Dead Corporal has pushed this wave into under the turret of Jin, causing him to miss a bunch of CS as well. But Jin picking up pretty well, right? Only one CS down overall. If you can see how the waves are going and how much pressure he is facing off trying to CS on the turret. But in the meantime, the Darius is walking towards that Shen. Does see the Shen just about to smite that blue buff for himself. So now we do know where the jungler of KAKAO Gaming is right now. And look at Viego. Viego is pathing maybe a bit to the bot side after he gets that scuttle for himself. In the top side, this fight against the Darius is going to go in favor. I think mostly a bit more of the Aatrox. He did get 4 stacks of bleed onto to him, so he's going to get a bit more less health there. And because the Darius made that roam towards the Shen, he did lose out a bit in XP and he's still not level 4 yet.
Yeah, and Blood Torva, just punishing that timer right now, getting those trades as much as he can. He is behind in the CS. Just wait for that flash engage in the bot lane. Rel will use that. The Viego comes in. The Lulu will flash away. And, no first blood as of yet, but that was a very aggressive, engage coming out from the side of Rel. And in the top lane, I think now Blood Torva, just getting the better of those trades. In the top side, again, bot side engage, and maybe this could be first blood. No, the exhaust comes
but
in. The
it's
first blood
going the other way.
will be secured by Lulu right there. And a 1-for-1 trade. So I think this favors the Jin, because he did get the kill and the Corki did not. But very well played by the from the side of Stylizard. I think he was very patient and got the kill. First blood right there, although it was an engage by the Rel. So I think they both the teams will be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, and because Rel does have that, I say flash. Oh, good trade in the mid lane on the Talia. Dead Corporal giving more Dark Harvest stacks towards this Jin over here. Jin doesn't have any mana, so he can't do anything right now. Did have the 4 shot, is going to get that and maybe go for the base of himself after clearing this wave for him. But yeah, over there, the Rel does Hextech Flash. Over there, does go in. Gets a bit of trade. Problem is he did take that extra turret shot, which was taking complete advantage by Stylus Art. Does get that first blood. So
Darius might end up
top side. The Darius is going in hard on Blood Torva here, but I don't think does he bleed out? No, he just about survives. I think so. Just by like a sliver of health over there. Yeah, just about gets back. Gonna get that base. Gonna maybe after clearing this, he gets that base and just TPs back to the top side. So that was the ghost of the Darius being burnt over there for that exchange right there. So the outcome that was a win for the Aatrox, and right now the Talia having to flash away, but the chains do land, and the last auto attack onto the Talia. That's a solo bolo for Savage in the mid lane. There's a Blanc putting on the moves right there, and that's a flashless Talia as well over there, KAKAO.
Yeah, and I think it is going to be so bad for the Talia for the remaining of the laning phase right now. A beautiful solo kill coming in actually from the side of Savage, right? That connects everything that he needed to. So even if the Talia flash, I think that was pretty late, and he is going to pay for that with his life is also down 10 CS. So this is a disaster for the side of Talia, and he should really be getting some magic res right now instead of going for that Archangel stuff, because he will not be surviving this laning phase. Meanwhile, in the top side, the the Void Grubs have been started, but the Viego will get spotted right there, and I don't think we tried can contest this one at all.
Yeah, I don't think they can at all, as you said. And KAKAO Gaming ends up with those first 3 grubs for themselves. I think what we try should do to answer it is get that Drake to their name. If they don't hurry up over there, they're going to have to fight once again towards that Drake side. Over here in the bot side, it's been a bit of a 1v1 scenario until now. The Rel does show up. They are both level 6 on Death Corporal and the Jin. Look at this, they're going to set up a bit of a trap, push gameplay over here. They know that Viego is there near the grubs. He will be trying to come towards get his red buff. So they're just setting up this trap pretty beautifully over here. And we can see the Viego is slowly inching his way towards his own red buff. Oh no, this does not look good. He sees the red buff is not there, does go into fight. The Aatrox is channeling his ultimate over there, and he does not even get to flash over the wall. An excellent macro play by KAKAO Gaming. They're just keeping aware of the timings of the Viego right there, Kaga.
Yeah, 100%. I think Hira did suspect that something funny was going around near his red buff, but then decided to go in regardless to check. Ends up paying for it with his life, and KAKAO Gaming now do have some sort of a gold lead at 7 minutes, 1000 gold lead coming in. Both the solo laners getting a kill for themselves. Darius is going to step up, but I don't think you can do anything right there because he does not have the ghost up. Blood Torva is going to fight it. Shen uses his ultimate, and the Darius is going to go down. And that was pretty aggressive coming in from the side of the Darius right there, not expecting that the Shen would be level 6 and would be able to join the fight. And now it looks like a KAKAO Gaming game right here, just controlled so far in the solo lanes, doing really well.
Yeah, and it does just not seem like what they wanted to actually be happening over here. It just seems a bit out of control for the side of We Try. They are falling pretty behind, except for maybe that bot side for themselves. They do have a bit of an advantage when they go for these team fights, because once they do land a stun from the Rel, the Jin can just follow up with his own W, gets a lot more pressure that way. Corki has been CSing pretty well after his first assist that he got there, but nothing else. But the Talia is here for the ultimate. The ultimate does get channeled. Jin is channeling his own ultimate from behind. The Corki is relatively very low, does get shut down by the Viego, and that's the Rel to follow right after there. So it's a 1-for-2 in favor of We Tried over there. An excellent roam from the mid laner of We Tried. And it's the Rel that goes down. So losing a support there in the fight is definitely in favor of We Tried over there.
Yeah, I mean 100% right there, and the Lulu ended up getting the kill as well in the 2-for-1 for the side of KAKAO Gaming, and so Hira just ended up dying in the top lane not too long ago. Comes down towards that bottom side, secures a double kill for himself. Very well done from him as well, and a really good answer back coming out from the side of We Tried Gaming, and this is very interesting to look at. Especially because the Lulu has all the gold from the kill, so the Corki has somewhat fallen behind in this lane, although he is banged even in the CS department, but not having those kills does hurt him, and he is going to get caught here again. But the Rel misses her Q, and the Rel is not level 6 yet, but the Lulu is. Remember, he did use the ultimate in the last team fight as well. So I'm not too sure why the Rel is not level 6 yet. Hasn't roamed that much as well. But I don't think they would be able to fight in the bot lane right now. The Dragon has been started from the side of We Tried and Viego. And Shen Dragoon will go towards that grubs and will look to secure all 6 grubs for his team.
Yeah, and he's only going to be losing one drag instead of the usual two drags that you lose for if you're trying to secure both those grub respawns, all six of them basically. So now he's definitely going to think that's a worth it trade for himself. Getting six grubs for just losing one mountain drake, in my books, also is pretty up there in the terms of trades. So now you can see that it's pretty much open season across the map. People have been roaming as much as they want, especially after that roam play from Talia. She knew that she could not do much in that mid lane, so chose to more go towards this bot side, make some plays, and she's once again here put a very deep pink ward right there in the jungle of the blue team, right? KAKAO Gaming, and this is Dead Corporal getting jumped on. The Shen has channeled the ultimate, but it's just not in time. He just gets instantly melted. But look at this, the LeBlanc is here for the trade, and it's the Rel going down yet again in this match. That's the third death for the support of We Tried. An excellent trade by Savage, recognizing that his mid is missing, probably gone for another roam, is there to follow up just a second or maybe 2 seconds a bit too late to save his Corki. I don't think he could even save Corki if he makes it there in time, but does end up picking up the trade, so making it worth it over there. But in the top side, a TP is happening over here. Bloodtorber has turned his ultimate. Is the Talia coming in over here? Bloodtorber does flash away. LeBlanc has TP'd from behind, as you're right. And this is the Rel going to be here for the action, and that is the Aatrox going down. The members of KAKAO Gaming are scattering into the wind, but just not in time, and that's a 2-for-0 in favor of We Tried. An excellent work here, and that's a TP of LeBlanc being burnt as well over there, Kaka.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure why they decided to go onto the Darius right there, and knowing fully well that Darius did have the flash and the ghost up for himself. Ends up using both his summoner spells, but gets a kill for himself and then just heals so much using his Q. So the LeBlanc is not able to finish the job right there, and a 2-for-1 yet again coming in for the side of We Tried, and now we have a very even game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've opened it wide open. Like even in gold towers, We Tried is technically ahead right now, albeit by a little bit, right? Only maybe 300 gold. But look at this, LeBlanc just missing the chains on the Talia. That could have maybe secured a kill if it did land properly over there. But at the end of the day, it did not land. Talia walks out of it skate-free. And they're going to maybe looking to make some plays towards this rift that's going to be coming up in 40 seconds time. The next Drake is going to be the Cloud Drake, so now it can't be a Cloud or Mountain Soul. So this will also be playing in their minds of what they should be looking to do. A bit of war clearing here by the support of We Tried the Rel, getting that Tribush ward, and maybe the Jin looking to make some plays on the bot side. Jin is 103, has 100 gold shutdown bounty on his head, as well as the Talia, who did not have a very good initial start to this match, where she got solo killed by the LeBlanc in the mid lane, and now making it up with her roams essentially over there, Kaka.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I do not like what she is building. It looks like she's going to get both Archangel Staff and the Blackfire Torch. I think one of them is fine. You don't really need to get both of them. So I think that's a miss from her side. But 2, 1, and 3, just, looking good on that champion so far. You can fall behind a few CS. I don't think that matters too much in the grand scheme of things. And the Herald is up. So there is some objective on the map up right now, and it looks like Dragoon still has not spotted that pink ward. Meanwhile, the Talia is going to go down right there, gets solo killed yet again. Savage will flash out, although the Shen had ulted for protection, but the Rift Herald will get started. So that's a very good entry coming in for the side of Shen, just TPing towards that objective, and a big shutdown going off on towards the side of Savage, who gets his second solo kill on towards that Talia.
Yeah, he gets, I think, a 150 goal shutdown as well over there, so he gets pretty good numbers for himself, and as well getting the rift for his team by securing that early kill there onto the mid lane of We Tried. So it's looking like KKG playing a bit more of the macro game pretty well. And the bot side, it looks like the bot side is the island of this right here, right? The Jin just about running away that rocket of the Corki does hit him in the backside over there. Corki is one level down currently, the Jin, but he's pretty strong as well, has the collector for himself well. Can maybe look to making some plays. I don't think you win this Darius, but you do have the Viego over here for backup. Viego does miss his stun, but the ultimate does come out. But we have fights going out across the map. Dead Purple, I don't think you survive this one. The last order that Delia does get him. The Aatrox dies in the top side. That's 2 more kills for We Tried, and not at all answered by the members of KAKAO Gaming, except maybe they try to do something in the mid. But even then, the Delia just keep his back to the mid lane, saves that turret over there. All they could actually manage was that top side turret, where the Aatrox did die for the turret. That Corki dies in the bot side. So now it looks like it's just going very back and forth in terms of momentum over here, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. And a dead Corporal getting caught out 3 times so far in this match. I mean, that Corki has not looked as strong as we thought it would. And to even suggest that it should be a first pick worthy, champion for the side of KKG right there. But having said that, the top turret does go down to the side of Aatrox. So even if he ended up dying there, I think he would be calling word, securing that first turret for himself.
Yep.
And yeah, in the bot lane, I mean, Dead Corporal needs to now not die as much as he has already in this the 16 minutes so far. And beautiful play coming out from Talia yet again, uses her ultimate towards that bot side and TPs in the mid lane to save the turret as well. So while he has been solo killed, I think he has had great impact on either side of the map so far. Is going to get the stun onto the Aatrox as well, who finds himself 4v1. Yeah, I think that's going to be a dead Aatrox right there. Darius will secure it very easily, no problem. But I mean, look at the opposite side, right? Dead Corporal chunking that turret. Remember, they do have 6 grubs for themselves. So these turrets, they burn very easily. And as you can already see, the T2 top turret has already fallen down to half HP. Meanwhile, the Lulu is going to get caught, but I don't, nothing doing right there. The Rel is alone. But the LeBlanc will pick up that mid turret right about now as well. So some sort of momentum coming in, back again for the side of KAKAO Gaming, who have looked really strong in the early game, and then they throw the lead, and then they, get it back, and then they throw it again. So it's been a good zigzag of the game so far. I mean, look at the goal, right?
Absolutely.
It's only a 1,000 goal difference so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And the main thing is, they have those 6 scrubs and they're utilizing it pretty well. LeBlanc gets that mid turret, Corki does a lot of damage to the tier 2 in the top side, so they are playing around their strengths. KAKAO Gaming have got the better of the jungle objectives. They've only given over a Mountain Drake. Rest all jungle address, the Cloud Drake, the 6 scrubs, the Rift Herald, all were picked up by them. So they are enjoying a bit more of that sense that they're playing the map really well, of going topside and baiting a bit aggro this way or that way. The Corki has not been looking at all like that first pick strength that you would be used to be seeing. This Jin is having a relatively easy time farming up, has already got his collector, boots of swiftness, is going to be looking to maybe just keep on with that lead. The Talia, as you said, already got his Archangel Staff, has a Blackfire Torch, a bit of too much mana over there for his sake, in my sense. But yes, that's how he's chosen to play this match. And it looks like the top side, they are setting up to maybe get the tier 2 as well. They have the Shen over there just waiting in the bush for the Talia to walk up. And I think Talia is pretty much aware of this, and that's why he's choosing to just stay near his turret.
Yeah, and the Corki goes in onto the Rel right there. He's going to do a lot of damage. So you can see the power of Corki just chunking the Rel down to half HP. Although he is 0-3, he does still deal a lot of damage. And now, it is Savage's job to get them through this, sort of early game towards that mid to late game with the LeBlanc. He is quite ahead on that champion. Dragoon as well has completed Heartsteel. So that's a very tanky Shen coming in with his shield as well. And just looking at the items right now, right? Frozen Heart going to come in for the side of Dragoon pretty soon. For the side of KAKAO Gaming and in Aatrox building towards that Sterug's Cage, the LeBlanc already has 2 items completed in the Shadow Flame and Luden's Tempest. The Corki, of course, as we spoke about in Lens, has fallen behind. Let's see when he gets his Infinity Edge completed. On the flip side, Viego, getting that Titanic Hydra for himself. Darius already has 1 item completed. He's looking towards that Thorn Mail. and the 2 mana items, 2 Lost Chapter items for the side of Talia and the Blackfire Torch, and the Seraph's Embrace has picked up the anti-heal item as well right there. So this is going to be very dependent on that team fight that is going to come. The third Drake is about to spawn very soon in 50 seconds, so it is going to be pretty interesting to watch that
Yeah,
team fight and how these teams navigate around it.
yeah, absolutely. And the Viego is also pretty strong right now if he gets those resets, especially if he gets the Corki reset. He's going to be doing a ton of damage for himself over there. So they will be looking to be playing a bit around him. The Darius has also, even though he was not getting what he did want, he did get a lot of ganks from the Viego on his top side when he was playing there. That did give him a bit of an advantage for himself. So they will be playing around these factors. The only one maybe who has significant amount of damage is the Cork in the LeBlanc right now on the side of KAKAO Gaming. They can be looking to be making plays over here, and the dragon is coming up in 9 seconds time. Whoever gets this dragon will have that lead of the dragon count, right? They both have 1 dragon each. We tried with the mountain, KAKAO with the cloud, and now as we know it's going to be an ocean soul map, right? So now it looks like we tried getting the early start over here, but KAKAO is just around the corner. They are looking to answer it over here. The LeBlanc is on the top side, does have TP if he wants to come in for this fight. TP is getting channeled in right over about here. He's trying to back, but an excellent taunt by the Shen. 3 members getting taunted up over there. He is managing so much on the backside. The Jin is being, but a missed Jin by the LeBlanc. I just did not see what he wanted over there, and it's just getting completely turned around over here. Retried is getting members. The Corki goes down. The dragon is secure, and the Talia just about escaping with a slither of HP over there. And it's just like the members, the last 2 surviving members of the KAKAO Gaming, the LeBlanc and the Lulu, just backing off over here. And we tried making that call over there for the macro call off that Baron after getting this.
Yeah, but we tried is going to start
the flash
Baron
forward.
right here.
The flash forward by the LeBlanc over. He wants the rel so badly. He's flashing for it. I don't think that's that worth it in my opinion over there.
I think like that is highly worth it, honestly. No, that is 100% worth it, because that one pickup stopped the Baron from going down. And let's get a replay of that fight very quickly. What I thought, started really well for the side of KAKAO Gaming with that beautiful flash taunt coming in, catching 3 people from the side of Beat right there. But then Savage on this LeBlanc, he had too many targets on his mind right there. Could not finish the Talia, ended up missing his ethereal chains onto the Jin as well. And that
was very surprising, right?
Yeah, that kind of
that
swayed the fight
on the standing Jin.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. The Jin was in his ultimate, and just have a look here. The taunt comes in. We'll watch it pretty soon. The TP is going to come in from the side of LeBlanc as well. And just keep your eyes on the LeBlanc, because he tried to focus too many targets at once, not finishing even one of them. And I think this beautiful engage, but I think this is just a fraction too early from the side of Dragoon. The LeBlanc goes in onto the Talia, uses his combo, and then tries to aim for the Jin. So ends up killing no one right there. And then the Darius gets his stacks up, uses his ultimate, gets the double kill, and they secure the dragon as well for themselves. So we tried obviously coming out on top in that team fight, but they will be feeling very unfortunate because they could not get that Baron because the Rel got caught right here.
Yeah, the Rel did get caught over here. As you said, maybe worth it because it does stop the Baron over there, and it did burn a TP there on the side of the Talia as well when that fight. But we can't stop talking over here. The fights just continue happening over there. Shen does get pulled back by the Talia over there. Does get knocked up. Does get about the damage. Savage finally lands his chain over here. That's a huge amount of damage onto the Viego. Viego having to ult just to escape over there. Gets a bit of health from those honey fruits over there, and it just looks like a bit of a reset. And it looks like KAKAO Gaming wants to get the Baron over there. As KAKAO completely said, very lucky over there. Just stopped out surviving, and now KAKAO Gaming looking to take this Baron.
Yeah, I don't think they can. This is going very slow. The Baron threat that the side of KAKAO Gaming have is too low. The Baron did not take a lot of damage right there, and they have to pull off, even though they chunk the Viego down to that HP. And I think Savage has sort of uh, his items don't make me the happiest person right now, because Tom Surge on LeBlanc, I mean, you can make it as a second item, but as a third item you are looking to get that Void Staff or Rabbidan's Death Cap to transition into the mid game. But
Absolutely, I'm gonna have to hold you over there, right? The fights don't stop. That's Dragoon going down in that fight. That's a dead Shen over there, and it just seems like they don't want to hold him back. And it might be another tier 2 also. The tier 2 mid lane is being pressured over here. I don't think KAKAO Gaming can even walk up into this fight. The LeBlanc and the Lulu are on the backside, but what are you gonna do to stop? You have to come back to base. The Corki and Aatrox have made it all the way over here, and they're probably going to try to stop this tier 3, but there's just not enough damage on the side of KAKAO Gaming right now, given that the lead that we tried have, and we tried thinking better of it, are going to be back down. The Dragoon is coming back up in around 5 seconds time. He does have his ultimate as well. The Dragon is also coming up in 48 seconds time, and this could be the Dragon that puts them on soul point over there, KAKAO.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see if they are able to secure it. The pings going onto the Baron yet again. But I don't think KAKAO Gaming have that much damage to secure this objective. Meanwhile, the LeBlanc is going to push towards that top side of the map, although I do think she should be going towards the bot side and trying to secure that turret instead. The Dragon will come up in 20 seconds, but it looks like both of these teams don't want to get any vision around that objective. And although you can see V-Tride is moving towards that bot side right now, but the map is completely black for either side. So whoever moves first will get that Dragon, and it looks like KAKAO Gaming is going to give it up.
Yeah, and KAKAO Gaming, realizing that this is not even the Soul Drake, right? It's going to be Soul Point. They are pretty happy to give it up. Maybe trade something else for him. Litalia, just for safety, has created that nice wall over there for our teams that prevents any members of KAKAO Gaming from even coming here, even if they thought about that. And KAKAO Gaming are looking now to maybe create a bit of Baron pressure or clear a bit of wards here, or maybe a bit of fight towards this side. I don't think they win an overall 5v5 fight, especially as we had seen during the previous dragon fight that did occur. So instead they're looking to be making camping in these bushes, maybe to select one of the members of We Tried, but a nice ward from the Rel spots out all 3 members that were hiding in that bush. The chains of the LeBlanc landing onto the dais, maybe not the one you want. It does ultimate chain as well onto him on the back of that, but he does get chunked down pretty much over there. Around 35 to 40% of his HP is remaining.
They do deal a lot of damage to the Darius, but I don't think they can do much with it. I mean, they're going to start this Baron yet again. But Talia in these sort of team fights can do so much, and as you can already see, the Shen just falling down to around 20-30% HP himself. So whenever they try to start this Baron, I don't think they have the damage to secure it in time. Especially with the Corki being so far behind, and then Shen and Aatrox not really dealing that much damage to the Baron. Dragoon has to burn his flash now to get out of a very sticky situation right there. And yeah, KAKAO Gaming have just been getting answered back again and again whenever they try to get this Baron for themselves, and I think they are running out of options in this one already.
Yeah, absolutely. And even then, when they start the Baron, the Jhin ult is already there to maybe even give some damage that just pushes them away from it. They don't want to start that fight during all those slows from the Jhin bullets as well. So not much you can be doing in that scenario. Time and time again, KAKAO Gaming have been trying to start the Baron just in a futile attempt, essentially. And at the back of it, we tried to have just kept on building up that dragon lead. Now they are on soul point. Next dragon will be giving them the ocean soul for themselves. They'll probably be playing around that 3-minute timer that they do have on their hand. Maybe continue to deter KAKAO Gaming from that ban and just hold on enough so that they get the soul and keep on get that constant healing for their squad when they get that ocean soul to their name.
Yeah, and We Tried is now heavily favored in this game. They do have 3 items completed on almost all of their champions, and they do have the better scaling coming out, in the mid lane, in the jungle as well. And especially when the Corki is so behind, and the Jhin is going to get his 3rd crit item as well, as he is recalling. I'm assuming he has completed his Lord Dominic's. Okay, he is going to get the mortal reminder instead. But it does not matter because he is so ahead now. So in the team fights, unless the Shen, Dragoon on that Shen can get a multi-man taunt yet again, I don't think it is going to be very favorable for them to start a team fight. And again, Savage is just, I think his item choice this game has been so underwhelming. Now has the Horizon Focus completed, again another cheap item, but it does not deal damage to the champions of We Tried Gaming right there. So he should have gotten himself a Death Cap or a Void Staff as his third and fourth item. Instead has completed Storm Surge and Horizon Focus, and I think that is going to bode really badly for the side of Savage, who has so much lead. I mean, look at his CS numbers. He's almost, he is 100 CS ahead on the Talia. Has 4 kills, has a lot of resources, on his side, but the item choice has been just so poor. And I don't think he is going to deal a lot of damage in these team fights.
Yeah, but he is steeping in for this fight. They are looking to fight this back on the side of KAKAO
This
Gaming.
is a 50-50
Baron
now.
is very relatively low. Yeah, it's a 50-50 is my bad. But the Viego does get the Baron for himself. We tried to have the Baron to the name, and the rest of the members of KAKAO Gaming are scattering over here. The Shen is relatively low, does get that taunt in over there, but does fall down. The Darius does go forward, but does get polymorphed by that Lulu. An excellent timing for his side. That's the only member of We Tried to be going down. Whereas two members of KAKAO Gaming go down as well. And We Tried to manage to even pick up the Baron for themselves. The next drag is coming up in 30 seconds. But the Rel, I think you're walking a bit too close to this Corky. You did get a nice stun over there, and he does get the kill for himself. And Lulu is just without his ADC, is nothing in these fights. So that's a very deterred 1 for 4 in the favor of We Tried, and they are very, very happy after that. They have the Baron, they will be getting the Dragon Soul, and it looks like they're putting the final nails in this coffin over here in game 1.
Yeah, the Dragon is coming up as well, so beautiful timing. They secured the Baron, they are going to secure the Soul as well. And We Tried looking really strong now in this late game, and again, I have to say, Savage has gotten himself so many resources in this game. He should have been able to do much better in the team fights. I think he should, at this point in the game, even through the exhaust, one-shot the Jhin. But again, his item choice has been so poor. And this is very unfortunate for the side of KAKAO Gaming. And it looks like We Tried Gaming will take this game 1 on the back of that Ocean Soul, on the back of that Baron buff, and on the back of their players playing beautiful well in these team fights.
Yeah, and it's just continuing again and again. It's just rinse and repeat of how these fights are going down. I honestly think when it's so low, your jungler's not even close towards that, and then maybe back off a bit. And look at this, Blood Torva looks to be getting caught out over here, but no, he does get out over here. Remind you, he doesn't have flash, given that early gank that they did try to put onto him before the Baron play that was started. The chains do lang onto the Rel, but the W does come in for the Jhin. The Shen ultimate coming out over here. They are forcing plays. I don't think that they want to, in a sense, over here. The top side, it looks like now the KAKAO with this Baron buff can be getting the tier 2 for themselves. And that's just a bit of a wasted Shen ult in my opinion, because I don't think there was any play to be made. They are trying to collapse on these members of We Tried over here. Blood Torva is keeping his distance right now, but he sees his team is close by. This is a 5v3 scenario that is going on over here. Darius does get the pull in, the Viego does get the stun up, but look at this. Out of nowhere comes all the other members of We Tried. The Jhin has his ultimate as well. The Talia does go down in the fight, but it leads to be the only member. The Jhin gets a triple for the ADC of We Tried. And as Kaka so correctly pointed out, this seems to be the final setting over here. It seems to be game. They do have minion waves pushing in the top and the mid. They will be getting this tier 2 turret, there was no doubt about that. They're going to be getting the tier 3 in the mid, the tier 3 in the top. They're going to get the inhibs and possibly end it up with game over there, Tata.
Yeah, I think this should be game as well. 20-second timer on almost all of the champions from the side of KAKAO Gaming. And props to We Tried. They played these team fights, and especially the AD carry and the jungler have done so well. I mean, they are going to decide to not end the game. I think they could have ended it, but they are going to play it very safe. Secure 2 inhibitors for themselves, recall, get those items, and then go towards that bot side of the map. So Just let's look at the team fight once again. I think Savage tried to kill the Talia, but he just got demolished afterwards in that team fight. And the Talia in these extended team fights will do much more than the LeBlanc can. And so it just turned sideways for the side of Kakao Gaming, right? That Jin getting that triple kill. And look here, the LeBlanc W R's in, tries to get the Talia. But the Talia with the Seraph's Embrace survives on that low HP for a very long time, uses her spell rotation, and the Jin was not even
But look at
in
picture
the
in
team
picture.
fight. He
Look
just
at picture in picture. Look at the members of KAKAO Gaming. They have fallen
Yeah,
all down
that's
as well
done.
once again. And that looks to be game. Blood Torva does go down, but look at this. All the other members of KAKAO Gaming on the other side of the map right now is essentially opening up this bot side. They've essentially declared open the way that this is looking right now. We tried Argoini and Shen is recalling to match the Corki within. The Lulu has also recalled as well. The LeBlanc does pick up objective bounty turret in the mid lane, but I think it's just a bit too late for any of those kind of goals to make a difference over here. The Shen is going down, the inhibitor will be going down as well. The
beautiful.
LeBlanc will be going down, a good chain CC onto her as well. And Mr. Corky, you cannot fly your way out of this, you will be going down as well. And it just leaves the little Lulu in the corner. She does get the Darius before going down, but she does indeed end up going down. And that's going to be We Tried winning this first game in the best of 3 series against KAKAO Gaming, our lower bracket round 3 over here, Kaka.
Yeah, beautiful game coming out from the side of We Tried right there. And Anubis on that Jin, I mean, he did not die a single time in this game, did what he needed to do in all of these team fights. Congratulations to them securing that game 1, but the series is not over yet. And I am looking forward to that game 2 already.
Yeah, I just cannot wait to watch. And Anubis, we did mention this man was in the top 5, and you can see for a complete reason here why he was there in that top 5. Played it essentially so well. His Jin ultimates were so vital, especially in the Baron fight, especially in this top fight that happened just before this the fight that ended pretty much the entire game over there. So he just played it essentially so well. Did not even put himself ever in a moment that he looked like he's even going to die, right? He's just so far from the fight, but yet dealing so much damage. Basically what you want to be doing as a Jin. So very well played by the ADC of We Tried. And honestly, KAKAO Gaming have to buckle up a bit here. They did get a lot of early jungle objectives, but didn't translate into much, right? They did get 1 dragon, essentially only 6 grubs. They did get all the 6 grubs, and the Rift Herald, but after that, just the drag numbers, the Baron fights, it just was all completely down here for the boys of KAKAO Gaming.
Yeah, 100%. And that Corki first pick is not doing too much work, in my opinion, to be warranted as the first pick. So I think they should relook at the drafts yet again. But yeah, huge props to Anubis on that Jin, and Hira on the Viego did get caught out in the red, doing his red buff right there. But that was the only death he had in the whole game, and then it was just phenomenal from him as well. So huge props to We Tried. They played very well in this game to win this one, and now we do have a series on our hands, and we will be looking at the crucial moments from this game, and you will see that Dead Corporal just died too many times to be effective in this one.
Yeah, even in this beginning fight, right? The Lulu's the one who gets the first blood. It's not Dead Corporal. Dead Corporal did W in for that as well. The Valkyrie in. Jin picks up the kill on the Lulu, so he already has that advantage over here. In the mid lane, this is where Savage was looking really good, right? With this solo bolo on Talia in the mid side of We Tried. Does get that kill to himself. Nice trap play here from KAKAO Gaming onto jungler of We Tried. Viego doesn't even get the chance to flash over, does die just trying to get his red buff. In the top side over here, you can see that the Shen ultimate is coming out over here. They get a nice thing. So it just looked completely in favor of KAKAO Gaming in the beginning half of this match. And this is where it started to change slowly but surely. Just another very good Jin ultimate here in the back line of it all. He does get a lot of kills and he just keeps on hitting around. He doesn't even keep himself in any type of danger, and this is where Retry just completely turns it around. Savage gets a couple of good, trade kills back over here, but this another turning point is this top side fight over here. The TPs do come in, the LeBlanc TP comes in as well, but it's just not enough. Look at that heal from the Q of the Darius. He just heals up from 1 HP to so many more bars of HP over there. He just becomes unkillable at that point, and we did doubt a bit on this Darius blind pick when we were in the draft phase, right? But it did pay out in the end of it. He was a huge, front meat shield for a lot of these team fights over here, and the Aatrox, on the other hand, was just getting caught out a bunch of times over here, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the draft was a big talking point in this game when I did not like the solo lane, picks coming in from the side of KAKAO Gaming. On the flip side, even though the Darius was picked blindly, it's not the best matchup for the Aatrox, right? Even against the Darius. So I think that's a sort of a miss coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming, and then the LeBlanc just felt out of place in this game. And as we could see in the team fights as well, Savage, although had so much resources funneled all to him, could not carry the game. So that has got to go down as a mispick as well. So let's see if they try to change something up in the draft. But on the other side, we tried, did exactly what they needed to do with their draft. Jin was never under any threat in this game. Goes deathless, against the LeBlanc, against the Shen, and looks good doing it. So huge props to them. And let's see now, the onus is on KAKAO Gaming to change something, and let's see if they have some sort of different strategies in their arsenal to compete in this second game.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to change it up quite a bit. And just I did not like how many times they challenged this Baron fight, even though they were behind. The Baron goes over, the jungler is not nearby. Like Dragoon was not even in smite range, I think so, right there. When the last frame that I did see because of the knockups over there, he goes down in that fight. The Darius does get polymorphed over here. It did look a bit funny when he was dying there, but yeah, that's how the game is played over there. So yeah, it just looked like KAKAO Gaming had such a nice early lead, and we did such a good of hanging in there and then playing to their strengths towards the end of that match. It just complete turnaround. It's a 37-minute game given how the teams were playing in the beginning and how it turned out. 27 kills of We Tried to the 11 of KAKAO Gaming, 74k gold to the 63k gold, right? Around 11k difference. 11 towers to 5 towers, and one of those towers was in that last team fight where LeBlanc went there in the mid side, got the tier 2 mid turret for himself, got a bit of the objective bounty, but it just makes no sense at that point. That one Baron essentially did come out in the end that We Tried did manage. There were so many bait fights around this Baron, and as we talked about before, KAKAO Gaming did get those 6 scrubs, did get the Rift Herald, but after that it just fell apart on the jungle objectives over here, Kaka.
Yeah, I mean, goal lead just, it's sort of exaggerated, but WTD did really well in this game. I mean, KAKAO Gaming will be sort of disappointed because they did have a good early game, right? As you can see, 6 Void Grubs, Rift Herald as well. So that indicates the first 15-20 minutes were favored towards the side of KAKAO Gaming. But we tried making their comeback, getting these kills in the side lanes, so many double kills coming in, and then they found the momentum, and then they did not let go of it and played the map really beautifully and ended the game, winning it quite convincingly in the end, I would say. So huge props to them, and yeah, I mean, beautiful job.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that being said, guys, we will be looking at your crucial MVP of this game, one of the best of 3 series in the lower bracket, round 3 over here. And I don't think it can be none other than the man that did not die over here. He kept himself so completely secured. Hashir over here with 8-0-11. The Jin, the CS per minute does not matter given how many fights were going on, but even then has not that bad numbers, right? 8.6. Standard average, I would say, given the amount of fighting that was going on. But where this man did shine were the team fights. He was basically never missing with his flourish and his ultimates. It was just beautiful to watch. This man played with the elegance that this champion was created to be played with, and it was just a beautiful sight to watch. And maybe it might be even a ban factor in the minds of KAKAO Gaming in the next game over there, Kaka.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is the guy to watch for sure. But I would, sing praises of Hira as well in the jungle. I think he did a phenomenal job to get the Jhin ahead and to get himself ahead as well. In the team fights, he was just wreaking havoc left and right. So either of these guys could have won the MVP for sure. The Jhin did a lot of damage, did go deathless against such a strong team comp. So yeah, well deserved. And on to the game 2. Guys, we will be back for that in just a few minutes, so stick around and see you soon.
Never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love if it's fake love? I'm trying to shine like the diamonds on Mike's glove. Get in my way and you gon' feel it just like Mike's glove. I'm trying to go from burnt rugs to the red rugs. That's facts. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Gang, gang. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
They wanna count me out. Next time pick a higher number. Next time you should run for cover. Next time let the giants slumber. They wanna keep me down. No amount of your words get humble. That spirit that refused to crumble. Got the wrong line, reduce the mumbles. 2 a.m. on first. Imitate vultures how they lurk. 10 toes with it, I'm out of eye with you, boy. Challenge the best with your worst. This is my turf. Way I move is inertia. Can't be stopped, it's unheard of. From the dirt, sweat got my feet muddy. Spend my Wednesday, might search you. On my word, path took plenty turns and wrote my confidence in cursive. When submerged, I found resolving my purpose and tell you about it back on surface. I survived. I survived. Ever been lost in the woods, praying that it don't get dark? Ooh. Ever been in a situation couldn't win, but you still had heart? Yeah, if you anything like me, evolve from chum to shark, the hunger starts to grow apart you didn't know you had. It's like that, flip the switch, turn it up, and I'm giving the gas. I lock it in all free, adrenaline double my percent. Made a home in the unknown, I swear I never fear again. I got ice in my blood, big enough to down this shit. I don't care how bad it get, I got 10 toes down, don't forget, I survived. I survived. When you on the brink and you in too deep, when you feeling weak, when it's hard to breathe, you gon' take a knee? Never. You gon' keep it G forever. Stand up and face whatever. I'm built unique, I'm better than the hard times I've seen. Crime scene, obscene, face the ugly, cover up like Maybelline. Had a certainty and urgency, cut from me like surgery. Formed again more sturdily, personally. I don't see nobody stopping me. I don't see nobody topping me. I don't see nobody honestly. I run you over if that's what it's gotta be. And it's gotta be what I look like, having fear still haunt me. What I look like, having regret haunt me. Pay that price, I don't care what it costs me. All my life been me against the army. I'ma push the red button on them like Atari. I'm big dog with a human like a Maltese. See more fall off the 03 tall tees. Not sorry for the way I am. Learn to ball them up with no one holding your hand. Never back down, never hide in the sand. If you ain't hear the message, let me say it again. Yo, let me say it again. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived.
Barely breathing, don't let go. Hear the whispers, listen close. I know you've never strayed from the fold, but that's how freedom begins. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Burn your bridges, make your choice. Fight your demons, raise your voice. They're only silent if we're making noise. So let the battle begin. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Yeah, I was undercover, wrote me off like the others, but I had secrets inside. You didn't pay attention, like an experiment, no, you're gonna pay for your crimes. I'll change your perspective, I'll teach you a lesson. Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight. I'll make it my mission. Oh yeah, I'll have you wishing you could go back in time to never test my limits. Nothing you say will fix it. I'm too out of my mind. You're riding high, but I've got you this time. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight. Got you this time, you can't
Right, guys, welcome back to Crucial by Micron presents RedParasite Community Clash powered by Zotac Gaming. And we are heading towards that game 2 between We Tried, who did win that first game, versus KAKAO Gaming, who will look to win the second game and make it a series, right? We are in the lower bracket round 3, and whoever wins today will face Phoenix Gaming tomorrow in the lower bracket finals to secure themselves a spot in the grand finals. And Madness, that was a pretty convincing game 1 coming out from the side of We Tribe.
Yeah, absolutely, especially once they had lost that lead in the beginning, right? The way they kept their mental and their focus around what they really wanted to do. They were losing a bit, individual fights, but once the team fights just started coming in, that's where We Tried completely shine. They completely outshined KAKAO Gaming in the way they did those team fights, especially when KAKAO Gaming, the Dragoon landed that 3-man Dawn. I honestly thought like it was going in KAKAO Gaming's favor, but We Tried turns it around, they win that, and that's where everything completely just shifts in their favor, and that's where KAKAO Gaming honestly can't take 5v5s anymore at that point. They have to maybe look for some bush setups or something, but instead they can continue to fight around that Baron, and in the end, Baron even ends up going over to We Tried. So that just was the beginning of the end for them, and hopefully KAKAO Gaming have something else in store for us this game, and they can show us why they have made it here so far, and maybe they have some answers for what We Tried pulled on them in the first map. So KAKAO Gaming, after losing over here, have elected to ban out that Rel. That Rel was very troublesome from the side of We Tried, so I don't fault them at all for that. And maybe KAKAO Gaming will have a better first pick, because that Corki did not pan out exactly the way they wanted over there. KAKAO.
Yeah, 100%. And, let's see what happens. Having said that, some changes we did ask for it from the side of KAKAO Gaming, and that they are the Rel ban, the Talia ban. So they want nothing to do with, these sort of picks coming in from the side of We Tried in game 1. And for We Tried, I don't think much has to change, right? The Kled ban, the Lissandra ban will come in. And this first pick is going to tell a story. What if they decide to pick the Corki yet again, because it was so underwhelming in game 1. So it will be dependent on Dead Corporal to show up on that Corki yet again. Again, we discussed it in length. We do feel like it's a very strong pick in that ADC role currently. And that will set the tone for the rest of the draft for me at least. And now let's see. We Tried again. 3 of the same bans from the last game. They don't have to change much. Of course, they will have to change the picks that have been banned, but I love that Skarner is so overpowered. And it was pretty surprising that none of these teams decided to pick up that champion, and now it is going to get locked in for the side of Dragoon. So none of that, Shen, River Shen things coming out in this game 2 right here.
Yeah, and I do honestly love this Skarner pick. He was getting a bunch of bans no matter which tournaments we were looking at, and now that KAKAO Gaming have to shit up and not ban the Xayah, We Try instantly lock that in for their ADC over there, so that Xayah has been picked up. They have to make some sacrifices when they do ban that Rel and Talia, and this is the results of that. They do pick this up, but honestly, really love this Skarner pick from KAKAO Gaming. Such good CC, such good team fighting capabilities, such good gang capabilities, and it looks like We Tried along with the Xayah have locked in the Thresh in the bot lane. A very, very good combo there from that side. I want to see what KAKAO Gaming actually ends up answering back over here with.
Yeah, and the Xayah was banned in game 1 from the side of KAKAO Gaming, so they did their homework right there. But now, of course, they have to leave it open after losing that first game and, banning out the other champions that they picked. And so I think Hashir is getting one of his most comfortable champions, in that Xayah, and the Thresh comes in as well to protect her. On the opposite side, the Lucian Nami will get logged in for the side of Dead Corporal and Stylus Art. So now, this is going to be a very explosive bot lane coming in from both these sides. And I can't wait to watch that, because Dead Corporal will have to show up on that Lucian pick. Because if you fall behind on Lucian, the Xayah will take over that late game. And the brand is going to get logged in for Hera. Maybe it goes towards that mid lane, but we are expecting it to go to that jungle role right here. So far, looking good for both of these teams getting their comfort champions right here. The Gwen will get banned yet again. So beautiful pick ban coming out from either side. The Darius will see the ban phase as well. So 3 of the champions that we tried had picked in game 1 have been banned right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you do remember in game 1 in the first phasing of banning, right, the brand was banned as well, along with the Zaya, as you did mention. So now those two are open. They pick up the Zaya and the brand. So they have forced KAKAO Gaming maybe into their own hands over here about how they've played it out. The Cassiopeia ban is the last ban from WeTried alongside the Malphite from KAKAO Gaming. So that Malphite ban is not changed from game 1. The Galio ban has not been changed from game 1. But those 3 picks that were played last time by WeTried, the Rel, the Talia, the Darius gets banned out over here, and it looks like a blind pick of the set. Yep. I don't maybe know what they were thinking there, but I wouldn't maybe look see a Redacted or something like that, Kaka.
I mean, if you're going to pick it blind, I think that has to be, your utmost comfort pick coming in. So I think that's what they're looking at. And I don't really mind that. I mean, you should play, your best champions in tournament settings. On the opposite side, KAKAO Gaming will lock in the Orianna. So now they really do look like they did their homework right off that game 1, and that team comp looks really scary for the side of WeTried, because the Orianna does have so much range in her kit to deal with the Zaya, to deal with the brand as well. So yeah, beautiful pickup coming in from the side of KAKAO Gaming, and it looks like it's going to be Nar. So even more team fight coming out from the side of KAKAO Gaming. They have rounded out their team comp really well in this game.
Yeah, I honestly love what I'm seeing from KAKAO Gaming. The Nar, the Skarner, plus the amount of CC the Orianna and the Nami do provide. It's just looking completely forced like over there. And the Ornn pickup over there, does that mean that's a... No, but yeah, they're just teasing.
It's going to be the Veigar.
The Veigar does come in the mid lane. A very huge scaling champion is the Yordle there. He's going to be having fun times. The brand will probably, going into the jungle. So a lot of good team fighting compositions from KAKAO Gaming, in the sense of how much they can actually stall out fights, go for certain 100%. Targets against WeTried. So I think I favor KAKAO Gaming side.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, last game we spoke about it, WeTried Gaming did have the better team comp. But in this one, I mean, just look at the amount of CC that KAKAO Gaming have drafted for themselves, right? The Skarner with the multi-man suppression coming in, the Nami ult as well, the Orianna has her ultimate as well, and Nar we know all about when he turns into that mega form. So I think KAKAO Gaming have done really well, at least in the drafting phase. Now it will come down to how they played out in the game, obviously, but draft wise they do look better. But if it does go to that late game yet again, right, WeTried do have that ever scaling Veigar and the very comfortable Zaya for Hashir in the bot lane, who was MVP in game 1. So WeTried, we can never underestimate them, especially when they have so many comfort champions for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And if WeTried do stall it out enough, they will be looking to make it good against KAKAO Gaming, because even KAKAO Gaming had the lead in last match, as we mentioned time and time again. WeTried did an amazing time in those team fights. So it's going to be boiling down to those teams. I don't doubt KAKAO Gaming's individual mechanics, because they did prove a lot about it with that mid 1v1 where the LeBlanc came out on top of the Talia. But it's just that Talia created so much pressure in team fights as well. They had to end up banning it essentially, along with that Rel was having amazing engages overall. So I can't wait to see what they do play around over here. But KAKAO Gaming's side do look more rounded out over here. Like Skarner goes in with the Orianna orb, gets that amazing ult off, the Nar just jumps in, gets the slams against the wall. You can even neutralize WeTried's comp even before team fights start essentially over there.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, it looks really good for them. But again, we have seen KAKAO Gaming can be very explosive, and they can make a lot of mistakes as well. We have seen it in the past. Certainly did see it in game 1 as well. So it just comes down to how they play on the day. I mean, this team has a really high peak, right? They can compete against TOK as well. Taking them all the way to that game 5 the last two tournaments, so they do have a really high skill ceiling, and it really comes down to how composed they are. I think they can beat anyone if they are in good form, but I also feel they can lose to anyone if they are not in a great form as well. So it's very interesting. The Kakao Gaming is just a very fun team to watch, and yeah, I mean, your prediction might come true still that Kakao Gaming might win 2-1, but from what we have seen from We Tried, I think they have every chance to take this series 2-0, even
Oh,
2-1.
absolutely. Absolutely, they do. And I think a lot of this depends on what Dead Corporal and the Nami do in the bot lane, right? If DC falls behind on the Lucian, it's very hard to play out anything essentially overall in that scenario. But if DC gets that early advantage to his game, he can go all out broke loose, because he did fall quite behind on that Corki. The Corki was so behind, it was not even a matter in most of those team fights, right? They'd go a different kind of build, a different kind of rune. So now maybe more with the standard Lucian Nami combo, they can maybe pull off some things that we haven't seen, and I can maybe overall just turn around the face of this entire game 2 and maybe lead us to a game 3. But as you said, We Tried looking very, very strong as a team fighting capability, as how they have shown us, right? So they have all the rights to make this a 2-0 right here and just head off to face Phoenix Gaming tomorrow. It's all going to depend about those early skirmishes till maybe that 10-minute mark, and how it plays off overall, and what objectives are being prioritized, and which lanes the junglers are prioritizing. Because now we have this Skarner. He's going to be essentially doing a lot more than that. Shen had to wait till level 6 to maybe do certain plays that he did one. Now this Skarner can just drive his way into lanes, capture a few people for himself, and just turn around those team fights.
Yeah, 100%. I was just gonna say that as well. I think it's going to come down to the junglers, Dragoon and Hira again. Really depends on how these guys decide to invest their resources and try to get either the solo lanes ahead or the bot lane. I think Dragoon should be focusing towards that bot side of the map. Get that Corporal ahead, get him out of that laning phase with the lead, and then see what happens, right? But on the other side, Hira did so well in game 1, fell behind, but did not let it affect his mental at all, and then ended up semi carrying the game. I think he was really strong in that game, and if not for Hashir, would have definitely gotten the MVP for that match. So all eyes on the junglers, and especially on Hira after that game 1, and it's going to be very, very close, I'm guessing, because both of these teams have looked really good so far in the tournament. And although we are in the losers bracket round 3, these teams, either of them can make it to the finals as well after tomorrow's match. So let's see what happens. And we do have a slight pause coming in, guys, so sorry for the delay, but we will be jumping back into the game pretty soon.
Yeah, and as you guys are even delayed for this time, even we are about casting this game, because the first game, the action didn't stop past that 15-minute mark, so it was a very exciting match to honestly cast. Did have a fun couple of team fights that did happen. Lovely engages overall. Can't wait to see it all happen over again. We don't know who's in favor this time, but yeah, that's part of the mystery and the surprise that we do have in store for us over here. And honestly, We Tried are looking very strong for what we did predict in the essential. Like you predicted 2-0 in Kakao's favor, I predicted 1 in Kakao's favor. It might be 2-0 in favor of We Tried at this point, the way that it's been playing out. So they could just be proving us all wrong and making eat our words, and they could be the ones heading to face Phoenix Gaming the way they are playing. Especially now that the ADC has his favorite pick, right? The Xayah is in his hands right now that they did ban out. The brand that was banned out is now again in the jungle. So now We Tried to even more on a more comfortable comp that they do like. So this could honestly just be an all-out washout, given how they have got the champions that they do want, and do like the adaptations from Kakao Gaming, the Skarner, the Gnar, now Dead Corporal switching from that Corki to that Lucian, so it could essentially change everything. So this is what we talked about. The game 1 is more of a tried and tested match, and this game 2 is where we get down to the nitty gritty between these two teams and what can actually happen between them. And with that being said, we're going to be heading right into this game 2 over here. As you can see from your UI, you can see that We Tried have won game 1 of this best of 3 series. Instead of in game 1 where they all jumped around, that pushed towards that red buff side for We Tried, now they have the more standard parallel across the river over here, and the Skarner has put his own ward, got his red sweeper, and is coming back in here for the blue buff side over here, Gaga.
Yeah, and it looks like both the junglers will be starting out on the top side of the map. Uh, Never mind that. Actually, I didn't see what the brand was positioning, so he is going towards that top side of the map. Meanwhile, the scanner will be, starting on the opposite side. So again, uh, I think that's how it should be as well, right? The scanner will be looking to get the Lucian ahead, who has ignite on him. So this boy is looking to go very aggressive in this laning phase, and Savage gets hit by two Qs from the side of Vega. That's already 2 extra AP for his side. The hook will come in towards that Nami, but the Zaya has been chunked down to half HP already. So this is going to be really bad for the side of we tried bot lane, especially because the brand is pathing away from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the Nar is putting so much pressure on the top side. His range matchup against the set, taking complete advantage of this. And that's just that way you play, that bit of cheese gameplay where you sit in that bush, you're waiting for them to come over here. Lucian starts his W first, gets his double auto attack, get the blight onto him. And that's just the Zyre. You're going to have to play a bit defense over here. The level 2 being picked up, as you can see, by Dead Corporal in Style is Art. The Nami Lucian looking pretty strong. Literally all lanes of KAKAO Gaming are pushing in over here. And Skarner's like, where do I even go? I have prio everywhere right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's your dream as a jungler anyway, right? Having 3 winning lanes, especially so early on in the game. Look at the brand, though. He is lurking around. So he is falling behind. Never mind, the scanner is going to come in as well. The flash comes in. The flay will connect onto the side of Dead Corporal. A beautiful predict on the flash as well. And that's first blood for the side of We Tried. And the brand will survive as well. Oh wow, that was so well played from the Thresh right there. I mean, beautiful predict on the flash. Gets Dead Corporal hooked and gets the first blood. I mean, this is beautiful gameplay.
This is essentially just what you want to see from your Thresh. That's a Mad Life type hook over there, right? Where you
such
get that
a good play. That is amazing.
Well, absolutely well played. And you burnt the Lucian flash, you burnt the Lucian ignite. Sorry. And the Skarner's flash is gone as well over there in that team fight that did go down. And you don't lose any members. The brand just about survives by, I think, around 10 HP or 20 HP over there. So just walks it off, essentially. So he's having fun. He's going to be enjoying.
Yeah.
He did fall a bit behind, but because Skarner also came there, he didn't fall as behind as he did want to. Skarner had to also burn his flash. Nothing much again, and Brand just goes back to his jungle with the Faded Ashes in his hand.
Yeah, I mean, Brand was the beneficiary right there, getting the first blood. But again, huge props to the Thresh. Like, that was, I think that was one of the plays of the tournament so far, predicting the flash and getting the kill for his team. But the goal lead has not changed. 100 goal advantage to the side of We Tried. Because of the solo lanes, Savage 10 CS ahead. In the top side, Blood Torva also 10 CS ahead. So the solo lanes have been a little troublesome for the side of We Tried, but it's too early in the game to say something about that. Even the Lucian is up in CS, right? So while he did die, it did not affect the bot lane as much. And the Skarner is invading heavily towards the We Tried Gaming's blue side jungle right there. Is going to use his E right there. Will he be able to secure the Gromp? He will. Let's see if he ends up dying for it, though. I think that was very aggressive without flash. The Thresh hook will come in yet again. And oh, look at the Oriana's position, though. The Dead Corporal will pick up a kill for himself. So a 1-for-1, but the brand gets, ahead yet again. He keeps getting ahead. And if you funnel so many kills onto the brand, he is going to be troublesome.
The flash away from Blood Torva. He misses the W from the set.
Blood Torva is getting zoned right there. Yeah, he is getting zoned. The wave is pretty bad for him, but he has the TP for himself. So I think he should be fine. Has turned level 6, has the Mega Nar coming in. So will shove in the wave. So even after losing the flash, I think he comes out ahead. I mean, just look at the CS numbers right there. and
And look, the
it's a
wave is
very
pushed
even.
in over there, right? He can just walk back to lane as well instead of maybe TPing if he
Yeah,
wants
hundred
to. He
percent,
has the level
100%.
advantage, has the CS advantage, has the lane advantage essentially. And over there, it's just been chaos in the bot side essentially over here. Not enough time to be farming
Yeah,
because
I mean,
look at
look at the
this. Zaya
CS
is so
difference,
far
madness.
behind. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. 17 CS to 39, and it has looked bad for Kakao Gaming when the fights have erupted, but just in isolation, the laning phase has been phenomenal for the side of Kakao Gaming so far.
And
The
oh, the
Vega
Veigar
loses
flashing
his
out of the
flash.
Oriana ult. Yep, and now chase on by Blood Torva onto the set. Does get a significant amount of damage over there, but the set does have this TP to come back to lane if he wants. And the fights do not stop. We are seeing the traditional thing of our region of over aggression legit everywhere across the map. It just does not stop. Now, the Zaya is slightly catching a bit back on CS, has opted to get the Berserker Greaves first for herself on her first back here without nothing else that could be actually be picked up. Does have the health pot also right now, so does have
Yeah,
that
I
early
mean,
more
but
sustain for herself.
that's still not enough to again go against this Lucian who has the pickaxe
Absolutely.
and two long swords for himself. I mean, this is a very rough laning phase for the Zayat. Only 25 CS. It is the lowest on the map right now. So he is struggling in this laning phase pretty hard, and that opens up the dragon opportunity for the side of Kakao Gaming if they want to take that one. Dead Corporal just being so dominant right now.
Yeah, absolutely being dominant. Nice playback by the Thresh. Doesn't get much of it. The top side Nar hops the other way.
Oh, there's a
We do have a
pause.
pause right now where it was just getting a bit spicy over there. And the Nar is close to Mega Nar form over there as well. You can see his rage bar has been filled up quite a bit. So he will be transforming during the duration of this fight, if I am not wrong. Let's just take a breather here and see the overall stats of both sides, right? The Nar is quite ahead in CS, 30 CS ahead in the lead. The Skarner's falling behind about 6 CS to the brand. The Oriana is also ahead in CS around 12 CS to her name. Uh, and the Lucian again still being dominant in the CS against Desire, 23 CS ahead, right? So only the Skarner is the only one. The jungle is the only where KAKAO is behind in CS. Otherwise, they are quite ahead in CS, unlike the kill marks right now. That's why you can see the goal difference being in their favor of around 400 gold.
Yeah, and as a scanner, I think you can afford to go behind in CS, as long as you are of the same level, but he is not. He is one level down on the brand right now, uh, but has a lot of magic res, to his name, has the null magic mantle, has the Spectre's Cowl completed, so he won't be that scared of the brand in the team fights, and I mean, should be looking to start that dragon off as well. So it's not that bad right now for the scanner, but Kakao Gaming do have some sort of goal lead, 400 goal, just purely based off these CS numbers and how well they have been doing in isolation in all three lanes.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty good over there. They are enjoying now because of how Brand got those two kills. He does have a bounty on his head as well, like 100 gold bounty to his name. But the bot side is where it's been completely pushed in. The Skarner is over there. They have complete prio over there right now, so they'll essentially be looking to be getting the dragon. We didn't see the grubs before. Kakao Gaming has one grub, while we tried have two grubs to their name. So we can probably see after Skarner does look to create a bit of pressure over here, they end up going for that Hextech Drake for themselves, that first Drake of the matchup. And it's just not looking like a good time for the bot side of We Tried at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they are pretty behind right now. I mean, Zaya does have her exhaust up, but in a team fight, I'm not too sure if she will be able to do much. But then again, this Thresh, right? He has been on point so far, connecting all the hooks that he needed to. In the top side, though, I think this could be a solo kill coming in for the Nard. Uses his ultimate, is going to finish off the set. That will be a solo kill. Really well done from the side of Blood Torva. He is 30 CS ahead. And now with the solo kill, he is going to be so ahead. Oriana with the R flash completely whiffs it, and he wouldn't want to see that one again.
Yeah, that replay, I don't think Savage definitely wants to see the replay at all. After his top laner did so well, the top side, the rare miss of the hook by the Thresh in the bot lane, and he's on the other side of where he needs to be. The flash over the wall does save his life, even with the Ignite ticking on him, so he's gonna survive that way, but he doesn't have a flash anymore. Here's this flash hook plays, and this opens up, as we did point out before, that Hex Tech drag for KAKAO Gaming. They will be taking that down for themselves. And now this Nars lead in the top side will just continue to increase with that kill he got. Now he has the Phage as well, extra movement speed. So the set is going to be honestly having a tough time. Already has the cloth armor for himself, but not
I
the
mean,
steel
he
plate
is
caps.
already having a really tough time in the top lane. I mean, just look at the CS numbers and add to that the solo kill as well, and 2 plates going off, towards the side of Blood Torva. So, I mean, he is making it look very easy in that top side of the map so far. In the bot side, the brand will get spotted walking in. The Skarner is there to cover his bot lane. Remember, the Thresh had to burn his flash. Dragoon will catch. The brand takes him towards the Orianna, who does not have her ultimate available, but the lantern will come out and the brand survives.
I wonder why the Orianna does not have the flash or the ult available. From a previous play, we do not recall. That does not happen. But yeah, but the lantern does save Dragoon's the Hira's life over there. He does get out after Dragoon does ultimate onto her. I don't think that ultimate was going to lead anything to it if that lantern does come in, because the bot side of KAKAO Gaming were also following up over there. Now we've hit the 10-minute mark. The unleashed teleports have come out. Nar does have his available, while Set does not have his. But that doesn't matter that much, because now the next bit of fighting will be towards these grubs that will be coming up very shortly here in the top side part of the jungle in the Baron pit over there. So Blood Rover is looking to maybe push this wave in as fast as possible and make his way down there. Skarner will be picking up his raids and moving towards that side. Look at the blue pings coming out over there. Blood Rover hitting Meganar maybe a bit too early, essentially, given that you would want it for those team fights, but I don't think we're going to have that much problem from we tried. Because look at where the Veigar is. The Veigar is all the way in the river in the bot side right now. So he's not even going to be. But nice ultimate from the Orianna over there. The lantern saves the brand from the Nami ult as well. So these are some excellent lanterns coming out over here, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. But we tried could never take that fight. I mean, just look at the item difference coming in as well. The Veigar does not deal a lot of damage right now, has the catalyst completed, has the tier for himself. So he's looking to scale essentially. He does not want to be a part of any of these team fights. Is going to get bubbled, but uses his E, and the Lucian has to flash out. So mispositioning there by that Corporal. Thresh does not have flash right here. He might end up dying.
Yeah,
and he does. So Dead Corporal, Dead Corporal picks up that kill. So this Lucian, who already has the Essence Reaver completed, is going to find himself further ahead in this matchup. The Xayah has, sort of recovered, but not as much right now. Still only 63 CS to her name. Is deathless, but he is going to pick up that bot wave right now. So some sort of income coming in for him, but the Lucian just finding himself so ahead, and this is what we wanted to see. Dead Corporal getting his comfortable champion and getting ahead. And look at the top side, man. That is Blood Torva is just dominating.
He's about to be twice the CS of the set right now.
At 12
Look at
minutes.
This. The set can't even recall also, because he doesn't have TP. Look at the ultimate. That's a dead set over there. Blood Torval very well challenging the CCs into the R into the W. The set just cannot move. He's dead. And his turret will also be going down. That's the first turret. There's so much gold in the pocket of this little Nar right now. He's having the time of his life. You see again in that instant replay, you can see his bar is completely next to fully hit full of the next order right now. And look at that, the instant R into the instant W, just the Hulk smash into Seth's face, gets that kill to his name. And this is honestly where we talked about, right? Dead Corporal on the Lucian seems so much more comfortable on the Corki, and it's proving to be a very good factor in the bot side, especially how they set up that initial engage at level 1 before the Xayah Thresh even walked into lane over there, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%. But I have to talk about Blood Torva. I mean, this guy, 120 CS, has taken the top turret on his own without getting any jungle help. Gets 2 solo kills. He's 50 CS ahead as well. I mean, this guy is showing levels right now. He seems mad about that first game as he should be, and now just looking to carry this game all by himself. And I mean, that Nar is going to be so scary in just a bit. Look at the item difference as well. Triforce to a Phage is the difference right there.
He gets it over there, but look at this. The Thresh once again will be
beautiful,
going down.
beautiful
And
flash
he
ultimate.
does catch the Brand. Brand, where are we going to go? You're being surrounded from all sides. An excellent ultimate from Dragoon. And look at this. The Gnar is not stopping at the top side. He does have to flash forward for the Veigar, with Veigar having to flash in return. But now look at this. Drag will also be picked up by KAKAO Gaming. They will be getting the Infernal Drake as well. They have 4 grubs to the 2 grubs of We Tried. So once again, showing this early aggression that works in their favor and can keep that lead, get the early objectives as well. I just hope that they continue it, can continue keeping it. But look at the set. The set, you're chasing your death there, essentially, my man. You have
he's
to
dead.
run away. No, he has the. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a turret. Yeah, he's completely dead. And look at this, the Gnar does, but the W does connect, and yeah, you are completely dead over there, my man. All just for good measure over there, so DC can't get the kill. I would rather have DC get the kill, because you're anyway so ahead over there, Gnar. But hey, you do you, my man. You do you.
And
With a pick
this is
just
what
barely
KAKAO
missing on
Gaming.
Savage.
This is what KAKAO Gaming can do to any team in the tournament. Bar TOK maybe just completely gap the enemy laner or player and then do this. I mean, look at the gold lead right now. 6,000 gold at 15 minutes. Savage is going to get caught out. Has the ultimate and the Brand does not have flash. Will get out yet again. And just look at the gold difference right now, madness. 4,000 for the set. 7,200 for Blood Torva. He is 2,000, 3,000 gold ahead already in this matchup, and the Brand is going to die. In the top lane, the Gnar uses his ultimate as well. 2 levels up. This is a very one-sided affair so far.
The set ultimate onto the Gnar. He does have his W also as well over here, but the Skarner is here for back. Pulls him out of the range of the W that was about to hit the Gnar. And that's the savior in the form of Dragoon over there. And the set is pretty much crying about it, right? I just about had him over there, but no. The Skarner is over the cage about saving Veigar's life, but Veigar gets punted against the wall. Oh, an excellent Gnar, so Skarner ultimate as well, but just no follow-up essentially, because nobody is nearby. Only the bubble of the Nami was there. But Dragoon just showing off his movement and his skills over here. And this is the chase that we did want in the side of KAKAO Gaming for this game too over here, Kara.
Yeah, this is what we expected in game 1, honestly, but better late than never, right? And this game looks like it will be over in the next 5-6 minutes with the way it's going so far. And that was just very unlucky. I thought the set was going to come back in the game and shut down the Gnar. But Dragoon on that Skarner just shifts a W from the set, and the poor guy has to die yet again. 0-4 and 0 on that set. He has not even completed 1 item at 17 minutes. Is going to get that Bramble West right now. Not sure why. And this is looking very rough for him. He just wants to get out of this game as soon as he can.
Yeah, I think he's regretting that blind set pick at this point, where it was open for Blood Torva to pick up that Gnar, where he's just showing off at this point with the way he's playing. 4-0 and 0, 150 CS at 17, almost 18 minute mark. He's having an excellent time. 300 gold bounty on his head. The bot side also doing very well. Dead Corporal 3-1 and 1, 151 CS. It's just looking like KAKAO Gaming can't throw this lead, and if they do, it will be a miracle the way that's been playing out. Have 2 dragons to their name, 4 grubs, and now just waiting for the next dragon as well. It's gonna be a Chemtech soul map, so not the best of souls essentially, but still, it's better than nothing, and they will be completely in the lead. This set is just trying to get as much CS as he can while the Nar is not here right now, Kaka.
Yeah, but Kakao Gaming is in complete control of the game. I mean, look at the items. The first item has barely come in for the side of WTD. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Nar has 2 items completed. The Oriana will get her Shadow Flame completed soon. The Infinity Edge should come in pretty soon for that Corporal as well. So this is, I mean, you can't even talk about team fights anymore. The only hope WTD has is, some miracle throw coming out from the side of Kakao Gaming. Because the goal lead just keeps on extending. Now it's 8,000, and the inner turrets will go down pretty soon as well. Blood Torva going aggressive yet again on the set, chunks him to half health. The brand will come in though to maybe try to secure a kill, but I don't think they're. I mean, the Nar might go down actually.
Ah, they do.
He does.
Yeah, the Nar does.
But in return, the set will go down. The top turret will follow. And what looked like a good play for the side of WTD, gets answered very quickly, and so much gold.
And it's even worse, right? Because the set kill that he got on the Nar reset his own goal, right? He wasn't giving that much goal. Now with that 150 score, like 1-4 that he did have, he gave Dead Corporal that full goal that he didn't need from that kill. So just even worse for the play. But now it looks like DC is in a bit of a pickle over here, having to flash E away over there. Throws the culling in the face over there, gets all the minions on the backside of it. So it sends just burning that flash and getting a bunch of more gold in his pocket. This Veigar is in a tough situation, does cage around him so that he can walk out of it. He's just not giving any space for we try to actually scale up where they can be much of a threat. This Zaya has got a bunch of CS again to her, has the Essence Reaver, right? But still is nothing compared to the Lucian, who's almost one and a half items up on her right now.
The Lucian is a full Infinity Edge ahead on that Zaya right now. That's almost 3,600. Almost 4,000 gold ahead.
Plus the Zeal, right? He has the Zeal.
Oh, Zaya has the Zeal as well, right? So.
Okay, yeah. Yes, you are completely right. That does have the zeal in herself. But yeah, I just can't see there's any way that We Tried can honestly do anything. Now that KAKAO Gaming is on Soul Point, they just... Oh, but Oriana, you're in the wrong spot right now. Savage is completely caught, having to flash away, but the Veigar is following the ultimate for good measure, does pin out. But they do see 3 members of We Tried in the bot side. So what does KAKAO Gaming do? They head straight to that Baron and they're trying to take it for themselves. I don't think there's any way that We Tried can answer it though.
No, I don't think they can contest this at all. The brand is not even on the map, close to the Baron at least right now. So, although Savage ends up dying in the bot lane, I mean, it is answered with the Baron take right there. And the goal lead will just keep on extending through that. Any sort of comeback that WTD can make has been shut off completely in this game. And now it's just about how KKG decides to end this game. The Veigar did get a kill for himself. He is 180 CS. So, I mean, Anubis has been doing pretty well on that champion. Has the 100 gold bounty to his name, which is such a weird thing. You're almost 10,000 gold behind and you have a shutdown bounty on your head. So, I think Riot needs to fix some of their problems right there. Blood Torva is going to get caught out. Did burn his flash, but
he's the trash... 1v4 over here.
I don't think he can. He gets shut down as well. So that's, I think, 2 Baron buffs off from the side of KKG right there. So, WTD doing well to get these picks, but they are always going to come at a cost.
But yeah, I think it's a bit of KAKAO Gaming get a bit overconfident also, right? With those overextensions on the top side. But you are going to be getting this tier 2 turret in the bot in the answer for that. So you're just sacrificing that Nar essentially for getting this turret as well. Maybe not that bad of a trade. But as you did correctly point out, We Tried doing the best to punish KAKAO Gaming anytime they do overstep, given how far behind We Tried are right now. So they're going to have to take anything they get, and they're trying to do it to the utmost they can. But it just might be a bit too late for any of it. The Dragon is coming up at 2 minutes 20 seconds. That's going to be the point where KAKAO Gaming will be looking to get that soul for themselves, and maybe after that the next Baron and try to end the game from at the back of that.
Yeah, and it will take a heroic effort from the side of WTD, but the longer this game goes, the more confident
Absolutely.
they will be in winning this game, or at least mounting a comeback. But having said that, Dead Corporal is going to jump towards that top side. Set uses his flash. The Scanner is coming in as well, but I don't think there's a kill to be had here. Uses his ultimate onto the Set, will take that lantern and get out very easily. Meanwhile, the Oriana, though, keeps pushing on the opposite side of the map, uh, trying to get that T3 turret. Will not be able to do so. But yeah, speaking of the comeback, I think if something is going to happen, Anubis has to be the one to do it. Has the Seraphs almost tagged up, has the Rod of Ages almost tagged up, so that Veigar is pretty strong right now, and he's going to come in, uses the Event Horizon. The Thresh will connect onto Dead Corporal actually, but the Gnar is TPing in, but he's
Excellent play
not
from
Mega.
Victor. And he's not even close to Mega. I think he just got out of Mega. That's why he's getting that
Yes, he
added
did.
movement speed right now. So yeah, I don't think you can do much over here now. That's 3 members
that's a
dead
4
of counter
for
gaming. Make
nothing.
it 4. But essentially not nothing because they get the inhib in the bot side. But that's just an overstep, as you said, from KAKAO Gaming over there. An excellent hook from the Thresh does land onto the Lucian with the cage set up over there. And the Gnar tipping in without Mega Gnar seems a bit of a troll play over there, especially so late into that fight. And this looks like where we can try to mount a comeback from where you're talking about those heroic plays.
Yeah, and again, beautiful punish coming in from the side of We Tried right there. The Thresh lands his hook onto the Lucian somehow, like every time. It does not look like a skill shot for him. It's a point and click
Yeah.
towards that Lucian, because he just keeps on grabbing that Lucian's neck in every team fight. And Dead Corporal, I think you should just get a QSS at this point if you're not able to dodge these hooks, right? Because the Thresh has been so good in this game. Even though they are so far behind still, even after winning that team fight. But this is the sort of thing that we are talking about. Every time WTD gets a kill or any objective, they will be growing in confidence. And this game, although they are quite behind now, suddenly they will think it's winnable for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And now they're going to get another bounty in this top side, even though they gave that fourth break over to KAKAO Gaming, who now have the Chemtech Soul in their buff range for themselves. They will be looking to look for some things more. The Baron is coming up in 1 minute 15 seconds time, so they can be looking to be making a play around that. But now you have given We Tried confidence. You have given WGD confidence, and that's a very dangerous thing to do to a losing team. Right now, they have a thought in their mind that yeah, maybe this game is pretty winnable. Maybe we can do things if KAKAO Gaming continue to make mistakes like that. Overall, Set is looking to maybe pull in somebody over here. Just get the Lucian, does ult him over, and that's a very dead corporal at the back of that. And it doesn't look like they're going to be punished. Essentially, the Set is trying to walk away as much as he can. The Skarner gets caught in the cage of the Veigar. The Set looks to be going down. There's a drive-by from the Skarner, but he might be ending up taking his life. His life goes down, and it looks like the Gnar is soon to follow suit over there. So that is a 3-for-2 exchange in the favor of WTD, and it looks like they are not down and out for the count right about yet.
They are definitely not down and out yet. Again, Hashir on this Zaya. I mean, he fell behind, but now look at him. He's up in CS. His item is going to get completed soon. I'm hoping that he's going for that Infinity Edge. And now it looks like WTD have some fight left in them, and all these team fights again growing in confidence bit by bit. And what do we know about this game, right? They could end up winning this one. And I have to say, Savage has been so trigger friendly on this Oriana. Trying to get the ultimate again and again onto the Thresh is not going to help his cause. He has to connect his ultimate onto the carries of WTD. And I mean, Dead Corporal again getting caught out by the Set, just dying first in that team fight does not help either. So they have to be now very careful, because the goal lead is shrinking, and what was 8 to 10,000 goal lead has gone down a bit. And Savage, what are you doing right there?
Yeah, Savage, you're on the wrong side of it, and now I don't think your team can take the Baron because of all of that. The Skarner ult does land onto the Thresh, but the Q and the flash by the Thresh. Skarner can't essentially run away. He is trying to make his speedy recovery, but the pull in by the set, and the Skarner is going over the wall, just about survives. And Savage, once again, a bit trolling his team over there with that kill. He does made out the Veigar flash at the end of the day, but it's his life going out. But KAKAO Gaming was taking the Baron buff, they can no longer do that. And now because of all those waves that had pushed in to the base of WTD, the Xayah is also an equal pacing of CS as the Lucian, and it looks like all the CS marks are not falling that behind. The set is also being very detrimental in these team fights, so even though he was so far and out for the count, now he's being more of a nuisance in the team fight than the Gnar essentially is. So this is looking like where WTD can look to make it in their favor, especially if Savage continues to make those kind of missteps and maybe autopilot mode that he's gone on in those fights.
Yeah, and these mistakes, and I mean, we spoke about it, it's going to be a multiple number of throws coming in from the side of KKG, and looks like they are pulling it off right here. Just, little by little, WTD is coming back in this game. The Thresh is going to get caught out, but I think he's fine. And that Corporal gets hooked again. He is going to get almost one-shotted right there. Ends up dying, but Blood Torva is here to rescue him. The Veigar will go down. The Thresh will go down. And this might be the game. No, it's not. It's a 2-for-2. The suppression comes in from the Skarner. The Gnar jumps in onto the brand. Skarner is there for good measures. But the Xayah flashes in, finishes off the Orianna. Uses her ultimate. If she ends up going down, this could be game.
Oh, but nice pull over there, but
finally,
Bloodrover does get a shutdown. And now it looks like the brand is scattering for himself, but there's not much you can actually end over here. Like you said, this could be
they
game,
can't.
They can actually end it.
Yeah, this is not going to be game. Yeah, and these fights are very close. They are very too close to comfort for KAKAO Gaming for the lead that they had earlier in the game. Only winning out a 3-for-2 or a 4-for whatever it was. Like, these team fights are very close. And just look at the items as well, right? The Veigar has the death cap completed, so he literally one-shot Dead Corporal right there, and Dead Corporal needs to get that QSS ASAP if he is going to survive any of these team fights.
It looks like KAKAO Gaming are looking to again paint a fight around this Baron, but look at where the jungler of WTD is. He's pretty far away. He's not going to be making it here in time. I do not think so. He is making his way over, but this Baron is getting melted down. It's down to 1k. It's gone. It's gone into the hands of KAKAO Gaming, and now that's
but we will see.
To the name.
We will see another team fight coming in very soon because the Elder Dragon is up in 20 seconds. And this is going to be close yet again.
Yeah, and another objective bounty being picked up on the mid-tier 1 turret by WTD. So they're still funneling some of that gold that they are behind right now. They are narrowing down that gold lead as much as they can. It looks like the Veigar is walking quite a bit up over here. Has to cage over here to stop the Skarner. And looks like this fight, as you predicted, around this Elder Dragon is going to be the one that decides it right now. But look at the side of KAKAO Gaming. They've given up the Dragon. They are looking to try and end the match over here.
That's a beautiful call, actually. They are not going to
such a nice
care.
macro call. And look at this. The Gnar is here to stop everything. Essentially gets that mega ult over there. Xayah goes down as well. And amount of time they're taking to kill these members over here. And then the Elder Drake, they've lost their base. The Nexus turrets are going down. The Nexus is going down. And KAKAO Gaming with an excellent macro call over here are going to end it over here, Kaka.
Nexus for a Elder Dragon is the trade I will take any day of the week. And that was a beautiful call coming out from KAKAO Gaming. And Dragoon and Blood Torva just doing all they could to stall out the side of V-Tride, and now we have a series in our hands, 1-1 tied, going into game 3. KAKAO Gaming, they win this game, but it was not as convincing as it looked in the early game, and they need to shore up their mistakes to win the third game. And as for the side of V-Tride, I think the game was phenomenal. I still think Hashir has been playing super well, so if he gets a winning matchup in the bot lane, he should be able to carry his team to that lower bracket final. And yeah, this was a very, very close game. We really didn't think it was going to be so close.
Yeah, I honestly did not think it'd be so close, right? To mount the lead they had, they did throw it away, but they completely made us turn our heads around with that last call that they did make. Absolutely well played for them. Pretty standard what you should be doing in the scenario, and they took the path that gives them the victory. As you said, who wouldn't take a Nexus for an Elder Drake, right? Give that Elder Drake, we'll take the game. That's all good to us. And a good part there is, right, the Gnar goes in there, the Skarner goes in there. They know they don't do much damage to turrets, right? So they go in there and they prevent the members of We Tried from backing or doing the Elder Drake as fast as they wanted. Gives enough time for the other members of KAKAO Gaming to go in, destroy the Nexus turrets, get the Nexus for themselves, and make us very spicy with this next game 3 that will be coming out. KAKAO Gaming winning 1-1 over there. This is just an insane match. With this, we'll be talking about the crucial moments, and this is where we thought that the Thresh would be doing so much over here, right? With the excellent prediction flash hook from himself, he gets them land over here. The Skarner overextends quite a bit. The Skarner will be going down. The Thresh is going to hook over here onto the Nami. The Nami is going to get burnt as well. But look who's made an appearance over here on the back lines. It's the Orianna, and this prevents the Thresh from essentially running over anywhere. And the main point of actual differential is on the top side, right? In this Gnar. This Gnar does not let go of this set for 1 second at all. He just kept on pounding away at him and just created a bit of a canyon in the top side that took a lot of time from the set to recover from, essentially. Look at this, when he turns Mega Gnar R against the wall, the W onto his face, and that's just another dead set, and just continues punishment over this. This Skarner looked for a couple of good engages, had a couple of good ultimates as well at the end of the day. There's no doubt about it, but the mental of We Tried was never shattered. The moment that KAKAO Gaming doesn't overstep, We Tried takes over right there over there.
Yeah, and I think that's a good hallmark of a good team as well, right? Even if you're losing the game, if you can keep your mental and try to sort of come back, or at least make it hard for the enemy team to win the game, I think that's pretty good, because that will plant the seed of doubt onto the enemy team, right? So KAKAO Gaming, although they had such a big lead, they struggled even till the end, I would say, to end the game against We Tried. So, that will leave them questioning for sure if they can. They won't be as confident if they had won in 20 minutes, right? Let's just put it that way. So I think We Tried put up a really solid fight back, comeback sort of a thing. Unfortunately, they could not do it, but what they did show was sheer resilience. And in this game 3, I think it is going to be really fun to watch and really intriguing as well as to who is going to win the game 3, because both of these games have been really one-sided at one point, and then the team won it anyway. But yeah, that it sets up the game 3 perfectly for me, at least.
Yeah, it becomes anyone's game, right? Towards the later stage of the fights, the way they've been playing out. It's essentially about all those calls that they make, all the macro plays that they went for, especially in this match, where excellently you send your two, tankiest members towards that Elder Drake to buy as much time as you want while you take the Nexus for yourself. Over here, you can see where they're fighting back. They don't even want to give up this tier 3 turret, and they did an excellent fight back. And this is the point where We Tried does get that little bit of hope in them that they can actually turn this around, and they were not doing a bad job of it at all. They were playing really standard around it, and the Veigar was getting fed. Once after that, the death cap that he had was one-shotting a lot of the members of KAKAO Gaming, namely that Orianna and the Lucian at the back of it. He can do a lot with the Skarner ultimate, with the Nami ultimates over here. There's just not much you can do. The Thresh hooks over here, flashes away, gets to safety. Dragoon just about having to flash as well, goes into the wall, gets himself away. But this is just how the fights went down. And in the first 7 minutes of this match, there were just so many skirmishes everywhere, especially in the bot side, right? Where the Lucian and the Nami got that early lead with that push gameplay that they did, and then the Thresh with that prediction on that flash. And I don't think this Thresh missed many hooks over here, Kaka.
Yeah, if any at all, right? I think he was playing so well throughout. The bot lane actually did so well throughout the game. It's sort of let down by the top lane, I have to say, although Set did, sort of come back towards that late game in the team fights. But, just the gap in the solo lane, dying multiple times, solo losing his turret so early on, being multiple levels down, I think that did play in a factor. And just having a look at the final fight, we can't even call it a fight, right? Because the two champions are just going to stop the whole team from taking the dragon. That was a beautiful Gnar ult coming in, 4-man right there into 3-man Skarner ultimate, and that was the game. They did get the Elder Dragon, or maybe they did not even get to finish it. But if you lose the Nexus, what's the point, right? So 1-1 into the series. What are you going to
do with that dragon at that point?
Yeah,
nothing you could actually do. And it's just how it plays off at the back of it. Just this is where we get to see, the macro of these teams coming into the essence of it. So the scoreboard won't tell you that much about how these teams did play, right? It does look like that we tried are up based on the kills, but KAKAO Gaming were in the driver's seat for most of the match. It's where the goal comes in, where you can see the KAKAO Gaming were so much ahead, right? Around 7k goal in their advantage, had 10 towers to the 2. Only gave 2 to We Tried, right? And both of those were, I think, in the top tier 1 and the mid tier 1, which were the objective bounties. We Tried does get that last Elder Drake, but as we said, doesn't matter. KAKAO Gaming didn't require 2 Barons during this match. Did get the 4 Void Grub instead of the 6 they did get last game, but this is the game that they did win alongside with that Rift Herald. So this is where KAKAO Gaming's prowess does come into play. This macro kind of, where to be at what times is what we like to look at. And now they've given us a scene at our hand. That being said, guys, we'll be looking at the crucial MVP of this match, and I don't think it'll be anybody else but that Gnar in the top lane over here, Kaka.
Yeah, I mean, this is just on the back of that really dominating laning phase, right? Did not need a lot of help. Got the solo kill, got the turret, 5 plates. Yeah, just a really good performance coming out from the side of Blood Torva. Even in the last sort of a team fight, he was able to get a 4-man Gnar ultimate to stop We Tried from recalling and protecting their Nexus. So very influential in the game. But all of these guys will be, looking back into the game and thinking that we should have ended that game earlier than they did. But props to Blood Torva on this one. Really beautifully played from this guy.
Yeah, and he played to quite an extent, right? Even though his KD is 6, 5, and 5, it doesn't tell the story of how far ahead he was. He only started dying a bit towards the end of those team fights, where he was being a sacrificial lamb for the rest of his team to get that damage in, being such a huge meat tank, basically. Even in that Elder Dragon fight, where he was pretty much undying, he gets, like you said, nice 4-man Gnar ult into the 3-man Skarner ult. It's just so much time that his team gets that Nexus.
We wonder
and just
how
ends the
it
game.
would have worked out if that had happened earlier in the team fights.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If they had it early in the team fights, maybe a different scenario of what it could be. But he came up where he needed it the most, right? He did it when his team needed the most. They get the Nexus off of that, and that heads us into the game 3, which guys, we will be taking a very short break before we head into that crucial game 3 that will decide who will be facing Phoenix Gaming in the lower bracket finals.
And I've been reading all the war. Yeah. And I've been shutting down the stores. Yeah. Cause when it rain and it pours. Yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war. And here I go again. I hope y'all never ever get the chance to win. I'm Westbrook and I'm staying at the rim. Yeah. Does anybody really wanna jump with him? Yeah. I got agents who talk like friends. Yeah. I got friends only wanna talk business. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I got expensive cause winning's expensive. I've been reading all the war. And I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours. Yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war. Yeah. And I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours. Yeah. And I'm ready for some more. Yeah. And I've been reading all the war. And I've been shutting down the stars. Yeah. Cause when it rains and it pours. Yeah. and I'm ready for some more. Yeah, and I've been reading all the war. Yeah, and I've been shutting down the stores. Yeah, cause when it rain, nothing for us. Yeah, and I'm ready for some more. Yeah, and I've been reading all the war. Yeah.
When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merged. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting paid. I'm falling like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner to all know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit Chloe.
Guys, it was a short break after all, right? We couldn't hold you back from the action at the end of the day. So we're back here in the Crucial by Micron presents Red Parasite Community Clash powered by Zotac Gaming. It's going to be the third game in this best of 3. It's going to be an exciting. This is the lower bracket round of 3, remind you. So whoever wins here between KAKAO Gaming or WTD, we will be heading to face Phoenix Gaming in the lower bracket final, and this is do or die for these teams. Whoever loses is out, whoever wins advances. This is just how it goes in these matches, and both games have been very exciting. Second game might have almost slipped out of KAKAO Gaming's hands the way it was looking, but they made an excellent call towards the end part of the game where they could just take us away to game 3 over here, Kaka.
Yeah, and that speaks towards again WTD's mental. They were pretty far behind. They did have the mental to come back into the game. They sort of did come back into the game. It was looking very losable for the side of KAKAO Gaming for the lead that they had, and that's the biggest compliment you can give to We Tried right there. And having said that, we will be jumping right into the champ select for this game 3. The winner faces Phoenix Gaming tomorrow for a place in the grand finals against DOK. And it looks like We Tried have picked up the red side for themselves after losing game 2. So the bans, right? The Rel is going to get banned once again. I mean, I would rather ban that Thresh, man. This guy on that Thresh champion was just so good.
Thresh. He was so good. He that level 1 prediction, it just opened our eyes to what this man can do on that champion. But maybe they're just more scared of his Rel, because that's the game that We Tried did win, right? And so now it's KAKAO Gaming coming back with the second game bans. They did have the Rel, the Talia. Doesn't look like We Tried is going to be changing much. They've got the Nocturne ban, but maybe the next 2 bans can change. No, it does not. You honestly do have to ban that Kled against Bloodorba. This man is known for playing a very, very mean Kled in his hands, so that ban has to come out. And if KAKAO Gaming follows their previous bans, the third ban will be that Galio, unless they do aim to be looking to make a change. And no, it is that Galio that does come out. Now We Tried will be maybe looking to make something spicy here that maybe they don't want to face. Maybe that Skarner ban, given that KAKAO Gaming does have
they have been banning Lissandra, right? Since the last 2 games. But yeah, as you predicted very correctly right there, the Skarner ban does come out. So let's see what the first pick is going to be for the side of KAKAO Gaming. I think the Dragoon looked really comfortable on that Skarner, and it did deserve a ban. And as you correctly called out yet again, I mean, the first pick is going to change. And what if it's the Corki yet again?
Oh, I don't honestly want to see Dead Corporal on that champion. He looked just so much better on that Lucian. He was being so much of a menace. And not just Sejuani is the first pick for KAKAO Gaming. Maybe not that much of a priority needed to be given to that champion, because I don't think anyone's going to be stealing it from you or anything. You could have maybe given priority to something else to be picked up. But We Tried instead are going to be picking up that Xayah like they did last game. They did pick it up in their first rotation, so that Xayah does come in. But do we get to see the Thresh again with it? I don't want to see why not, given the way this man was landing those hooks.
Yeah, I think it would be smart to pick your jungler right here and then see what the enemy drafts for themselves. So that's exactly what's going to happen. Hira picking up the Viego, again, performed phenomenally in that game 1. Did really well with the brand as well, got himself ahead, did gank bot lane a few times. So I don't think it was his fault that they ended up losing the game. But the Viego comes in and he looked just really good on that champion. And now for the side of KAKAO Gaming, I think the bot lane is going to come in. Maybe the Lulu comes in again for the side of Stylist Art right here. Goes really well with the Jinx as well. And we will have to see what they
it does
decide to
good.
pick as their support.
And now this is the third different champion that Dead Corporal will be playing in this series, right? First game had the Cork, he didn't do so well. Took the Lucian, did much better than he did. Now we had to get to see him on the Jinx, and as you rightly predicted, that Lulu with him, very good combo, especially with that advanced stack speed. And now we get to see a different hooking champion in the hands of We Tried. We're gonna see the Nautilus coming in, and oh boy, this big boy does create a lot of problems for KAKAO Gaming if it does go the way they want to. And I think they're going to be aware of the plays that KAKAO Gaming do like to make from the bush. Now maybe not what they're going to do. Now We Tried will be banning out the Lissandra in the second phase of banning instead of the first phase of banning, so maybe a smart move there for them. So Lissandra's not there. KAKAO Gaming again going back to the Darius ban, and if it's not wrong, they will probably ban out the Malphite as the last ban for themselves. And now I don't want to see a blind set pick again from We Tried. I think they've learned
I think it's going to be a Volibear pickup coming in from the side of We Tried. I have seen him play that Volibear quite a lot. So if it's not banned, maybe the Volibear comes in, maybe the mid pickup comes in. We don't know, but that's what we are here to find out. And I mean, if Blood Torva gets another counter pick, I think it's going to be really hard for the enemy top lane. But it looks like the Renekton is going to be the choice. Still hasn't logged it in, so they are clearly talking about it, and yeah, it will get logged in. So far We Tried Gaming's team comp looks really scary, and to be fair, so does KAKAO Gaming's. Sejuani is a very tanky champion. You have great engage as well coming out from her, and then you have the late game carry Assurance from the Jinx along with the Lulu. And okay, will we see a Silas blind? The Silas will get logged in right there. I think it's a very good pickup in the current meta. The Silas can deal so much damage even if you don't have the best ultimates. I mean, even the Nautilus ultimate is good enough to play Silas, and it's just a very strong champion overall. So I really like that pickup. And for Blood Torva, we'll have to wait and see what he decides to pick up.
Yeah, because definitely this Timo Hover was a bit troll. Yeah, and that's where we see the Jax coming in. This man is really good on the champion as well. He's very comfortable overall. And now we want to see maybe a counter pick to that Silas that's been left open for We Tried. Anubis can be looking to make some plays on him. Maybe get some revenge on Savage for getting, that game 1 first blood, not first blood essentially, but that 1v1 kill on him. So maybe he's been looking to show some dominance that way. But looking at both sides, their teams do look stacked, and it looks like the Vex is getting locked in over here in the mid for Anubis of We Tried. So both teams looking pretty good overall. The tankiness being there in both sides. So honestly cannot wait to see what comes out of this. This looks like one of the more balanced type of drafts overall.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Vex. Sure, you will do very well in the lane against Silas, pressing that W, fearing off the Silas. But in team fights, right, the ultimate, you have to go in to deal damage. And you don't want to go in against the Lulu, against the Jax, against the Sejuani. So Vex does not really have a lot of targets for herself to eliminate in this game. So I think this pick is just based in isolation to counter the Silas in the laning phase. But outside the laning phase, I think the Silas will do much better. And I do prefer, again, KAKAO Gaming's team comp right here. The Jax with the Sejuani is really strong, is going to scale very well into the Renekton, into the late game. The Silas is just a very strong pick overall. And then you have that Assurity in the bot lane coming out from the Jinx and Lulu. So overall, I like what KAKAO Gaming have drafted for themselves, but We Tried again, getting comfort picks for themselves. And I mean, they played really well in the second game as well, even though they were losing. So we can never count them out based on drafts.
Yeah, and they were so far behind in that second game, right? And the way they brought it back was phenomenal to watch. They took advantage of a couple of good team fights in their favor, where they went like 1-for-4, 1-for-3s in those team fights, and they do manage to come back. So this team is known for being resilient, as you said. They don't break very easily. So unless you finish them off really fast when you have the early lead, it's going to be looking a bit much more like game 2, where they do try to mount that comeback for themselves. And now this time you might not get the kind of lead that you're going to get in the top side, where you had the Nar versus the set. So you're going to have to be looking for different avenues for getting ahead, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it is still sort of a skill matchup, slightly, Renekton favored in the early game, but obviously in the late game, the Jax can just 1v1 any champion in the side lane. So it is going to come down to how these guys play out that early game. And again, Dragoon has to be really effective in the early game, trying to get the Silas ahead, trying to get the Jax ahead. I think he can leave his bot lane to farm in this one. So I think that is going to be the matchup that we should be looking at. Dragoon versus Hira again. In the first game, Hira got the better of Dragoon. In the second game, I think Dragoon did really well, but Hira was still being quite influential on the map. And now yet again, I think that's the matchup we should be looking towards, and how these junglers impact their lanes. I think after second game, Viego, Hira on that Viego has to focus on that top side to bail the Renekton out against the Jax, because Blood Torva seems to just have his number in the top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. The Blood Torva will be looking to make more a bit of an impact. As you said, late game wise, he's going to be so much ahead, can be doing his side laning as he wants. Almost no one can match him. You have to at least bring 2 members to match him, especially if he gets ahead. But now you have the Renekton, so you're going to have a bit of an easier time during the laning phase at least, so you don't have to worry that much about it. So you're going to have that. So that's what I was hoping for, in the second game, where they had that blind pick, maybe to blind pick that Renekton, as I mentioned then. But now they do end up doing it in the game 3, where it does matter the most, right? This is where it's do or die for both these teams. They're gonna have to pull out all the stops over here. And Blood Torva, I remember in one game, just completely carried it as a Jax as well. So he's one to watch out for in terms of what he can do on this champion. In the meantime, as you said, Vex is going to have a pretty standard, very easy time against the Silas. But in team fights, yeah, you're going to have to go in with your ultimate to do damage. And without Zhonya's, you're just pretty much dead on the spot once you go in, right? Jax jumps on you, the Silas jumps on you, Sejuani jumps on you. Where do you run at that point, right? There's nothing you can actually do. So Silas does have a couple of ults. He does maybe want to pick up here as well. So that can also be detrimental to the side of Retried. But as we said, these teams do like to go for the early aggression, and it's going to matter who gets it in their favor and who can early snowball, essentially. The bot side, I can't wait to see Dead Corporal on this Jinx, and can't wait to see what he can actually do with the Lulu as a support. So he's going to have a good time over there, and as long as he doesn't get hooked, which I don't think this man will be, but you can never count out Retried, right? The hooks on that man with his Thresh, like just crazy amount of predictions that he has going through his mind. And he looks like an Asian Asian, more like South Asian mad life at this point, the way that he's been playing the setup completely.
Yeah, for sure, he has been really effective on those hook sort of champions, right? Even on the Rel, he was pretty good. I mean, it warranted a ban in game 2 and 3, so that should tell you a story as well. Now gets the Nautilus for himself. So all 3 playmaking champions, and I mean, why not, right? He has been so good so far. Guys, we do have a small pause coming in yet again in the game. That's 3rd time in a row. So we will be jumping back in pretty soon. Meanwhile, we can still talk.
It's for good luck, right? These pauses are for good luck. We have to have the 3rd one, right? If we had in one game, good luck for the teams, right? They get a little breather, they get to see what they're facing against. But yeah, but that being said, we do always have some technical difficulties do occur. Some players' lights go, some players' internet go. But that being said, we will be jumping right back into this game 3 of the best of 3 of the lower bracket round 3. I cannot wait to see which of these 2 teams will be meeting against Phoenix Gaming in that lower bracket finals, and the teams are marching out of base right now. They will be looking for any early aggressions. Essentially, it looks like all the members of We Tried are heading towards that bot side over there, Kaka.
Yeah, I mean, they always seem to stick together whenever the game starts, right? All five man. We saw it in game one, we saw it in game two as well, and now in game three, they are looking to invade towards the side of KKG. And look at the Jinx, she is standing right there. Might have to burn his flash. No, does not. Is pretty mindful of what's happening. Shows at the Timo thumbs up, walks out, and all is good.
All is absolutely good over there. Now they're heading towards their own camps. Silas sneakily did put in the ward right there, right into the jungle of KAKAO of We Tried. The red buff has been warded off, so they're gonna have some info there. And We Tried, even though they walked in pretty deep, they didn't put any wards down, so they won't have any info that side for themselves. All they did see was that Jinx, who pretty much just walked away from that hook, did not get hooked. And it looks like this time We Tried are going to put their own setup there in the bushes for themselves. So this might work in favor for them. The Nautilus will be in the bush while the Zai will show herself. Look, this Blood Rover is ready to fight this Renekton. It already pops the blown plating as well. The Renekton has to start the E to just get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's how his lane is going to be going. In the mid is being traded. The electric is getting proc on both sides. And as we said, these two teams love to play aggressive, and they're showing us why they do.
Yeah, in the top lane though, starting slice and dice right there is going to be pretty bad for the side of Renekton. I don't think he can trade now till level 3 at least. And in the mid lane, Vex starting her E instead of W, ends up losing the trade. I think you should always start Shield in front of Silas, because he's always going to look in, look to go in rather. So I think that was some sort of a mistake at level 1 right there. In the bot lane though, the hook does come in, the root will come in as well, but Dead Corporal with the help of Lulu is not going to take a lot of damage. So pretty standard,
Yeah,
but
on
we
the
do have a
meantime,
lot of trades coming in.
Yeah, but the Nautilus did take quite a bunch of damage for that hook he did want to put in there. So maybe not the right timing for him. Essentially, his ADC is pretty far behind on CS as well right now. Their Corporal is carrying his own lead. This looking to maybe crash over here. Yeah, the turret does get the aggro onto the cannon minion, but the cannon does get picked up by the Zaya. They do have the ward in that bush over there in case of any plays that do go out. And now you can see in the top side, Viego does walk over a ward over there, so they know where he is. Silas in the meantime is jumping on the Vex over here. He's looking to make this an all-in essentially. Vex having to flash out of that fight and having to probably TP back into lane if she really wants to continue laning against this Silas. Maybe wants to catch these minions with the XP under her own turret before opting for that TP as we did for mention. But she's just instead choosing to back and actually just want to come back in. So this Silas is showing why he's doing aggressive. We did expect the Vex to be winning, but as Kaka did point out, the way that she did open up her abilities did change the way this matchup does work out.
Yeah, 100%. Now she has to burn her flash. Recall at a very bad wave state as well. I think Silas can decide to save his TP, but don't think he will. So double amp tome coming in for his side. He is going to TP back into the lane as well. But the Vex does not have flash. So if the Sejuani decides to Q flash onto her, like, that's a dead Vex, right? So we should expect Sejuani to go and help his mid laner out, because Silas has done really well in the 4 minutes of this game so far. And on the opposite side, the Viego is going to get that second Gromp, so that's a lot of experience for him towards that top side of the map, and a good steal away for him.
Yeah, they might be looking to set up a dive also on towards this Jax.
I don't think that's possible at all.
If he wants to. Yeah, but yeah, as you said, it's a bit tough against the Jax. So on the side, nice heal from that, right?
And look in the mid lane, like we were just talking about how Sejuani should be setting up right there. Is going to come in, connects the W, the E is there for the taking, the W connects, and first blood, easy peasy for the side of Silas.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
just dead Vex over there. And as you actually did predict that coming out. Nice yank from the Sejuani over there. The E from the Jax being pocket on the top side gets a bit of chunk damage onto the Renekton. The trades are coming in, but Renekton probably wins this trade if his Q also. Yep, and he gets the health back. The Nautilus does want to Q forward, but I don't think that's what you really do want in this situation. The exhaust being popped onto the Jinx, forcing her to pop her own barrier at the back of that. So this is being a very aggressive bot lane side where we try is coming out on top. But just talking about in the mid lane, okay, now the Vex is down. The Silas gets the kill
yeah,
for himself.
yeah.
He
That
has a flash
it's
advantage still right now also. So they can even
exactly.
do a rinse and repeat of that mid lane kind of gank. And now because of that, we try are going to be picking up that Drake also for themselves.
Yeah, they should definitely look to revisit that mid side of the map again. Dragoon does have his flash, did not need to burn anything to get the
Mhm.
kill onto the Vex, who still has at least 2 minutes till she gets her flash back up again. Hira is going to get the dragon. Sejuani is on the bot side of the maps. They should at least look to punish the Vex and then secure the grubs or something like that. They will know that the dragon has been taken. So smartly, Dragoon paths up towards that top side of the map to get himself the grubs.
Yeah, and he's going there. He has a lot of backup. I think Nautilus is going to maybe recall and maybe go for a roam if he wants. The Lulu's already getting ready to head towards that grub side right now, as long as with the Nautilus. So the timings are pretty matched up, but Lulu thinking better of it goes back towards the bot side because she knows those grubs are pretty much secured, so there's no need for her, honestly, to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
We just rethinking their plans over there, and now Blood over here just helping out, just getting those grubs secured at a faster pace for the side of KAKAO Gaming. And in all games that this series have happened, KAKAO Gaming have had the majority of the grubs. And now the Silas even comes here to steal one of those chickens away from the Viego. Blood going in very aggressive. Ultimate's being popped on both sides here. Blood does not have his E anymore, using the ward to hop jump away with his Q, and that's just a full HP almost ranked in against now a half HP Jax. And as we said, this laning phase might be very rough on the Jax, and it's looking to be like that. Dragoon is right around the corner and he's looking to be walking in over here, but look at the members of Retry. They are right here across from outside of Vision. The flash forward by the Nautilus, and that's a very dead Blood Torva. That's a very dead Jax. I don't think you can answer out. Very well played by those members of Retry to just stay inside the fog of war, so that the players of KAKAO Gaming would overextend quite a bit, and the nice flash route by the Nautilus.
Yeah, and I think that should have been communicated from the side of KAKAO Gaming, because the Nautilus had been missing for quite a lot of time, right? The bot lane getting the plate as well for themselves, because the Nautilus wasn't there to protect the Xayah. So maybe that could have been avoided right there. But again, beautiful roam coming out secures the first blood. It's quite unfortunate that the Nautilus got it, but still, you know, getting the kill is always going to be better than not getting anything. And they do secure the kill. So first blood towards the side of We Tried, and yeah, they are showing some sort of a fight in this one, because they are quite heavily down in the mid lane and the bot lane in terms of CS. And Savage going in yet again on the Vex, misses his chains. If he had connected that, I think that would have been a solo kill right there. Towards the top side of the map, though, Blood Torva fighting yet again, has to burn out his flash to maybe get out. Let's see if he is able to get out of there. Yeah, he's going to survive. In the opposite
he
side,
does burn
though,
the flash,
yeah,
and does Q away from it. So that's the only way he does survive, because he did get double rooted basically by Renekton and by the Viego. So he had to burn those things to just try and survive for himself. In the meantime, look at this. Nautilus is hooking on to the Lulu. Sejuani is here close by as well. Finally, this Xayah will have some presence of mind to maybe get some farm for himself. On the top side, it is not looking good at all for the Jax. Doesn't have flash, doesn't have TP even to come back to lane. So it's going to fall even further behind. Sejuani is here to show a bit of presence for himself, but the Vex ultimate does connect over here. The Vex does land onto Dragoon. That's a very dead Sejuani, and Dragoon, and now the Vex getting that kill for herself maybe gives a bit more breathing for herself in the mid lane side. The Viego does come in here onto the Jinx, does land everything onto her, but having to force the flash, the Lulu ult was there to protect her ADC, and
Oh,
that's
Silas is
Jinx
TPing
just
bot
about
though. Let's see
surviving.
if he can get something off it. I don't think he will be able to. Uh, will he end up
I
dying
think
for
he
that?
goes down instead. Yeah, he's gonna end up going down. The feathers
Yeah.
fly do come out, and it's the
Oh, Dead
Nautilus
Corporal's
once
dead as
again
well.
picking up
Ah,
the kill, and at least the Vex gets another kill for herself. So that was just not the play there from the members of KAKAO Gaming. The Silence did steal the Nautilus out before the fight did break out, but just did not work in his favor. Dead Corporal goes down as well, has no flash, has no barrier from the previous exchange that he was in. The feathers fly, and Nautilus is now 2-0-2, while the Vex is 2-1-2 for the kills of We Tried.
yeah, and that was a very poor teleport coming out from the side of Savage right there. I think the fight
Yep.
was quite done. There's no need to TP right. The Dragoon here gets caught, and this is what started everything off. Gets caught, ends up dying to the Vex. Gets the Sejwani's soul. The Viego goes in onto the Jinx, makes her burn her flash. Then Savage decides to TP, gets CC'd for life against the Nautilus. Can't do much. Dead Corporal is there to support his teammate, but ends up dying himself. And all in all, a 3 for nothing for the side of WTD. And it looks like they are
And,
going
and,
to start the
and this is
grubs as well.
And this is the first game where WTD has taken the early lead, right? Because even in game 1, KAKAO had the early lead when they threw it away. Second game, KAKAO had early lead and they almost again threw it away. But wait, hold that thought. In the bot side, that seems like a very dead corporal. I don't think you can do anything over there. Just simple auto attacks from the Zaya after the flash, and that goes over. And as you did point out, the 3 grubs were taken by WTD on the top side. So they have 3 grubs and 1 Drake to their name. But yeah, they're just taking it away. The Renekton is popping his ult in the top side, and Silas is looking to go in. The Zulu ult is on him. He does have Renekton ult as well, so he's double big at this point.
Oh,
Stun
beautiful.
onto the Nautilus prevents him from hook and running away. And as KAKAO put it out, it's very simple, but it's very, very beautiful.
Yeah, very well done. And getting the kills onto the guy that they want to snowball is never going to hurt as well. I was just gonna say the WTD have done so well winning on the top side of the map, getting those grubs, and then Hashir on the Zaya going in and getting the solo kill onto the enemy AD carry in Dead Corporal. And this is shades of first game for Dead Corporal right there. He was not doing so well. Starting off 0-3, 0-4, if I recall correctly, and Hashir just, playing really well. I mean, this guy knows his limits on the AD carry role, and he has been the standout player so far in this matchup. But Savage on that Silas gets the double kill on the back of Dragoon's excellent engage in the mid lane. And look at the goal, like it is bang even right now.
Yeah, it is dead even right now, as you correctly pointed out. Red Corporal is falling back a bit behind. He's looking to break his infinity edge, but can't do it right now. And I don't think Nautilus, you survive this right now. You do go down and correctly to the hands of Dead Corporal. He's getting a kill for his troubles over there, giving the kills where you do need it. With that Jinx getting fed, it's gonna look a bit better for the side of KAKAO Gaming. And that dead even goal has changed a bit more in favor of KAKAO Gaming right now. In the top side, the E channel by the Jax, the counter strike did come out. And this is the director trying to run away. And look at the flash of the mastery right there. This is just a bit of BM at this point, my man. And
This
especially
is
how you've been down,
personal.
but this is personal. This is definitely personal. These guys have been fueling it around since game 1, essentially. And the CS not looking that much of a difference, given how far behind Blood Tower was, essentially, when they were in the early level 1 to level 6. But now, this is where the Jax starts to get a bit stronger. Has the Phage, has the double longsword, has the steel caps as well. On the other hand, the Rector has the completed Stride Breaker, so we'll be looking to get the slows off during those team fights. And now the Viego is looking to maybe walk towards the Rift Herald and pick that up for his team. And Savage is towards the bot side. He does have TP if he does want to come in for any of these fights, but it doesn't look like KAKAO Gaming will be challenges at all. Instead, they'll be looking to take that mid-tier 1 for themselves.
Yes, exactly. I think that's a good call. You can get the mid turret, maybe the bot turret. The TP will be burned from the side of Vex now to protect that turret, but let's see if he's able to. He will for now. And yeah, I mean, you can give up the Rift Herald. It's not the biggest objective, especially when you have such a high scaling champion on your side in the Jinx and the Jax, even the Lulu in that case. But
Ooh.
beautiful route into hook coming out from the side of Nautilus. The Sejuani ult will come in. The stolen Vex ultimate comes out from the side of Savage. They do secure the first turret. The Silas will get knocked back because of the Viego ult. Let's see if the Viego ends up dying. No, he will actually. Not before the Jinx ends up dying to Hashir as well. And overall, a 2-for-1 trade coming out from the side of WTD, but they do lose the first turret.
Yeah, they do lose the first turret, but it looks like they're trying to get their own turret in the mid lane as well. And just, yeah, the Viego did go down in that fight. And this, as soon as he burns his flash as well. So he's a flashless Viego for the next team fight that will be coming onto their hands. This Jax is now very nicely trading with the Renekton, getting
A lot
pretty
of
much the
pings
better
coming on to
of
the
him in
side of
these
Vex
trades.
actually. Let's see if the Silas can catch him out. Savage does have a lot of items. Misses his E right there. I think that has to connect for him to get a solo kill. He is still going to chase. Does not connect it again, but the Vex will burn her flash to get out. Does not want to risk it. Good call from his side. And the TP, has some sort of value right there, burning the Vex flash.
Yeah, absolutely. If you get the flash for that, that's definitely worth it. Especially that the Vex is, that's the only way she probably gets out with accepting for her fear. In team fights, that's the only way she does actually make an exit. Now, the Renekton did stop the back of Blood Torva by showing his presence there. So now Blood Torva's without mana in the top side where he has to defend this wave on his. He has to get the wave in fast and maybe then head for his own back. That's the way it will go down. Now, the Dragon's coming up in 40 seconds time. Brighton doesn't have TP, so should probably be heading towards that side. Instead, he's choosing to go towards the top side. Jax will be backing and maybe going for that fight and then TPing towards the top side.
Now,
All
he
in
does
all, we
decide to
have to
go
see
towards
what
that
they
bot
will.
side now. But
And now, yeah, the Brighton is walking.
Yeah, but the Vex does not have TP as well. The Renekton does not have TP as well. So the Jax is fine, just going towards that top side of the map. And if the Dragon does get started, he can join the team fight or at least get the turret on the top side of the map. So win-win from the side of KAKAO Gaming when it comes to the TP play. But they are, first to the objective already. And it looks like
And the
KAKAO will
Sejuani's on the
trade it.
other side of the map. Yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely looks
they are
like
going to
KAKAO will
trade it
trade it.
for top turret right there. I mean, all of them are on the top side of the map right now.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a cloud drake for WTD. And maybe not just one turret, they're probably aiming to get two turrets over here. If the Renekton doesn't get here in time, they can maybe look to go for that. But instead, no, they are falling a bit behind. Sejuani is heading towards that mid side. Instead, maybe looking for getting something over there. He started up the chickens of the Viego that side, so probably trying to steal some grabs. Pings coming in onto the location of the Sejuani, but Sejuani does smite it and gets out in time. So now we've gone back to a bit of a lull state overall. The Jax is getting pretty fed up right now. He does have the Trinity to his name as well as those steel caps. The Vex are just about missing there in the bot side. Maybe he was looking to maybe get some of those minions instead with that Luden's Echo. Lulu walking forward, clearing some vision towards the mid bush in the river. The Jax going leaping forward aggressively on the right hand, forcing him back. And now we've just taken a bit of a breather and we're gonna see
Yeah.
where we're actually standing in this game, right? The KAKAO
Yeah,
Gaming is around 1k up in gold. They have 3 grubs, have 1 Dre. WTD have three grubs and 2 drakes to their name, so they are ahead in the Drake lead. We are heading around the time with the Baron will be coming up in 1 minute's time over here, Kaka.
Yeah, but does Dragoon know he's playing Sejuani and not Skarner? Because it looks like he is making Sterug's Gauge, and I don't think I have ever seen anyone make that item on Sejuani. I don't think that scales too well with her kit. You just want to get the Zeke's, maybe a locket or something of that sort, and just get to that supportive engage role. But the Sterug's Gauge, that is going to be very questionable if he decides to make it.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a choice difference by what Dragoon does over here, but it's gonna see what he can do in these team fights. He does have a bounty to his name of 100 gold. the Viego summoned the Rift Herald in the top set. They're looking to get this top tier 1 for themselves. They probably get it without any nuisance as well. The Sejuani is close by if they do want to jump on it, but no, instead WTD want to just back off after getting the turret. So a nice play with the Rift, get at least one turret from it. So not the worst of overall plays, and now the gold has been a bit more equalized in the sense it's only 700 now in favor of KAKAO Gaming. Now they will be looking to maybe bait some fights around anywhere of these objectives. The Baron is up, as you know, it's past 20 minutes. And now look how deep KAKAO Gaming have gone into the jungle of WTD right now. They're taking all the camps, they're clearing all the vision, and now are gonna create some doubts in the mind of WTD around this Baron bit.
Yeah, the game has slowed down quite a lot, man. Having said that, the Baron gets started from the side of KAKAO Gaming, and it does not look like WTD has any clue. Now they do, after using the orb right there, and let's see if they want to contest it. Okay, KKG will just pull back from it. That was a very ballsy call to start it off in the first place, especially with the Jinx not having completed, 2 items yet. But this game state suits KAKAO Gaming, I feel like, because they do have the better scaling champions in Jax, in the Jinx and Lulu as well. So I think they will be, just fine taking this into the late game.
Yeah, this is just
The
how
Jax
it is
might
at
get
this point
caught
of the game.
out.
Jax is getting caught out quite a bit, having to flash away, gets knocked up alongside his Sejuani. Now Sejuani might get caught out instead. There's just a lot being pulled onto the jungler of KAKAO Gaming. He does fall down, and the Jax is looking to follow suit, but the Jinx is here as well as the other members of KAKAO Gaming, and it looks like Jinx will go down, has to flash away with the Lulu ult at the back of it. Doing a lot of damage from the backlines. If he gets one reset, but no, instead he goes down to the feathers can fly, and it looks like it's not looking good at all for KAKAO Gaming. Savage does manage to pick up the Vex, but will be going down for his troubles, and that's a 1-for-4 in favor of WTD, and they are looking to take this Baron for themselves. And it all started with Blood Torvar getting a bit caught out over there, and Dragoon coming there to back him up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very random team fight starting off because Blood Torva got caught trying to take out the ward in the Baron pit, and Savage tried to salvage whatever he could in this team fight, but we were just talking about how happy they should be with the game state that is going on, and just like that, one catch onto the side of KAKAO Gaming, and WTD run out 4-for-1 in the team fight and secure the Baron buff for themselves.
Yeah, and now they are looking like in the driver's seat for themselves in this matchup. Drake is gonna be coming up, does come up right about now. It is a cloud map at the end of the day, so it's gonna give even more movement speed to the members of WTD as if they needed that. But now looks like KAKAO Gaming will be taking it up instead, and then leveling up in the terms of number of Drakes. Looks like WT members will be looking to trade this for maybe a bit of mid pressure. They are bringing a win towards that side. The Drake gets picked up relatively fast for the members of KAKAO Gaming, and now they'll even be there to defend their tier 2 turret in the mid lane as well. So what do the members of WTD do? They head towards the top tier 2 instead, and they're just making KAKAO Gaming follow them across the map essentially.
Yeah, but they still have not, taken a lot of turrets with this Baron buff. Of course, this T2 turret in the top side might end up going down, but they are working really hard for it. Made to work really hard for it. Still survive so far. So not the biggest, change in gold right now as it stands, but eventually this will go down. Savage uses the Stolen Renekton ultimate to stall out the minion wave. Actually, they will deny it, and Dragoon misses his ultimate completely right there. But I think this is fine. Vex used her TP thinking there was going to be a team fight.
Jax can do it exactly on the bot side right now.
Okay, he decides not to push it. I think that's fine, but not losing a lot of turrets or any objectives at all. In fact, picking the dragon for themselves, this Baron has not affected the map at all at this point.
Yeah, it hasn't been utilized at all, like you completely said. Instead, KAKAO Gaming look like they're playing with the Baron buffs, how they are fighting for objective. They get their dragon for themselves. They defend their own turrets. Instead, Blood Torvald's on the bot side pushing over there. If he maybe known that the Vex had TP, he would have even pushed even further. 'Cause I think he didn't know that Vex had TP'd over there. There was no vision for his TP. So that not being said, we don't know if he had knowledge of that and he chose to back off. So they don't lose anything at all for the members of KAKAO Gaming. So they are pretty happy to give up that Baron right there that they had to give up after their deaths.
I mean, I
And
don't think
instead
they would
they've
be happy to give
equalized the
up that
dragons.
Baron.
But like, yeah,
No
but they
team
give up the
should
Baron,
ever
but
be
yeah,
happy.
they shouldn't be happy essentially. But yeah,
Yeah,
but the
but
WTT could do nothing with it, and the
correct.
members of KAKAO
They
get
can
a
definitely
dragon.
be very happy with the outcome uh, of the Baron buff that has come out. Now, having said that, again, the goal lead, some sort of goal lead for the side of WTD, but nothing too significant as of right now. Uh, I mean, I just can't stop looking at that Sterix gauge on Sejuani, man. That you never see it because no one makes it. I don't think that's a good item on her. If you want to be tanky, you can just get the Warmogs instead, right? It does not
Mhm.
scale as well with her W or Q because Sejuani deals a lot of magic damage. So I think that's just a waste of an item. All you get is a big shield and HP bar out of it, but the Lulu can do that for you anyway.
Yeah, true. Essentially, maybe not one of the items you should be looking to get for their own that Dragoon has opted for, but he has gone that path and might be detrimental for them later on. Even there, Lulu's right there, puts a ward down, spots those two members of WTD over there who are being a bit cheeky, sitting in that bush, and now they're just going to clear this control ward over here in this bush near the Dragon Pit. Dragon will be coming up in 1 minute 30 seconds time, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Now both teams are equal on Dragon over here, so to get a soul is going to take quite a bit of time. Either team needs 2 consecutive dragons essentially to get it as fast as possible. Baron will be up around the same time the Dragon is up, so I'm going to be interested to see what kind of decisions are made around that. The Zaya is pretty much fed right now, has the Essence Reaver, has the Navari Flicker Blades, has the LDR. So she's a very strong in these team fights, especially with her feathers can fly. That she's putting a lot of damage. Has the exhaust as well, so she is a unit to be dealing with. On the other hand, the Jinx has the Infinity Edge, has the Phantom Dancer, but does not have completed the Mortal Reminder yet. So is a bit of web itemization behind her counterpart. So she will be looking to maybe complete that before any future fights do take place.
Yeah, but there's no rush to complete it at this moment, right? I mean, not. I mean, any significant objective is not coming up. It's only going to be the dragon that's going to come up, and it does not have the best values as well. But Baron will be coming up as well, honestly. But WTD won't really be looking to flip it right now, as they will be feeling very comfortable themselves with how far the Zaya is at this moment. So third items are going to come in pretty soon for KKG. They are clinging towards this Baron yet again heavily. So I don't think this is a team fight they want to take. Maybe they are just baiting out the side of WTD to not take the dragon, and they are going to be successful in doing that.
Yeah, and Silas is at the same time free farming in the bot side, right? Getting that wave pushed in completely. At the same time, Drent is getting caught out over here, having to flash away. Gets the stride breaker proc over here, gets slowed by the W of the Jinx. But the rest of the members of WTD are here for backup, and it's getting a bit messy in the entirety of it. Viego goes down off of that. Viego Jinx has got those resets. She's going to go very heavy in these team fights right now. And reset after reset coming in for the Jinx. The Vex goes down off the screen. And so does the Zaya. Triple kill for the ADC of KAKAO Gaming. And now you see the name Dead Corporal coming up on your screens with that. Just that first reset just allowed her to completely pop up in that fight. And now this allows KAKAO Gaming to get the Baron for themselves and maybe even get the dragon for the rest of the members of WTDR up.
Yeah, and let's get a replay of that really quickly and see how the Renekton got caught right there. he had to burn his ultimate very quickly. So as you can see right here, he gets caught, and then they decide to fully commit on this team fight. Vex uses his ultimate. The Nautilus will come in, flash Q, and are the Jinx, but the Jinx has Lulu by her side, right? So you can never finish that. Champion of the Viego uses his ultimate, ends up dying first. Jinx get the reset, and then it was just a very one-sided affair.
Yeah, I think the problem here is that the VAO goes too far deep, right, with his ultimate over there and gives that reset to the Jinx, right? Gets her excited, that just leads to KAKAO Gaming completely taking over that team fight. Maybe a bit of miscommunication between the members of WTD over there. They lose a Baron, they lose a Drake, and now KAKAO Gaming are on soul point for that Cloud Soul. So now this is where KAKAO Gaming are looking to be making a comeback in this match. And look at this, the gold is now flipped completely in KAKAO Gaming's favor. They are now 2k gold in the lead, and it looks like the Vex is going down as well from her own stolen ultimate, be it at that.
I mean, it's a game to forget for Anubis, who did get the R5 counter pick onto the Silas, but has not looked half as effective in any of these team fights. The Sejuani ult will come out onto the Nautilus, so they're going to pick her up as well. And we might be seeing the end of the game right here.
Yeah, it does look like the Renton is backing right now. It's a 4 versus 3 right now in the base. The Jax is pushing the mid side right now. I don't see how anything else can actually be being done in these fights. The Jinx is just getting too excited off the back of everything. Now with this turret going down as well, she'll get another excitement off the back of it and be looking for these fights. Look, she goes aggressive with her Q, with those rocket launchers at the back side of her, and looks like the members of PG are falling behind over here, trying to get a reset for the next team fight, and they're just looking so strong right now.
Yeah, and WTD, take notes, that's how you use the Baron buff. KKG not making any mistakes, get the pick onto the Vex, secure the bot inhibitor. Meanwhile, the Jax is pushing mid lane, secured the mid inhib as well, and now they will be looking to go back, get their items, run towards that top side of the map, and end the series and move into the lower bracket finals.
Yeah, and they're looking just like they've completely flipped it over there. And as you said, they did so much with that Baron buff, right? Took 2 inhibitors over here. And look at the members of WT. They're trying to set up a trap play for this Silas over here, but Silas doesn't manage to land his chains. And it looks like WT is right there in the waiting of this bush. And this is Silas going down before you can, as fast as you can say his name. And this Sejuani is to follow suit at the back of it. She is very tanky. The stairs cage being popped as well, and she does go down. Look at the Jinx. If she gets resets right now, look at the resets. The excitement is over here. I don't think you can stop this woman right now. 3k, that's a Quadra at the back of it, and the lone Zaya is in the base trying to defend her members, the minions from ending the game. And as KAKAO rightly pointed out, this should be game is 3v1 in the base. There's not much the Zaya can do over here, and Dead Corporal's coming in, maybe looking for an unofficial penta at this point, and Zaya does not look to be giving it to her. And the flash of the Master Sign yet again from Bloodtorber, just showing his dominance. And this is the Jinx just popping off at the back of it. They want to give this kill over to her. And that's the ace, the unofficial penta for Dead Corporal. This is the ADC of KAKAO Gaming. And that's KAKAO Gaming winning the series 2-1. They will be heading into the lower bracket finals to face off against Phoenix Gaming.
Yeah, and in the last team fight, I thought KAKAO Gaming had somehow managed to throw, but the Jinx, the late game Jinx along with the Lulu, man, gets one reset, and then we all know it's done. The 2v4 Quadra kill comes and secures the unofficial penta for himself, and KAKAO Gaming, fighting through adversity, losing game 1, but mounting a very strong comeback. They will be your second lower bracket finalists right now, and will be fighting for a place in the grand finals as well.
Yeah, and just well played by the Jinx in those couple of last team fights. Took opportunity of that fight that did take a place next to the Baron pit, gets those resets off, gets her Quadra, goes into the base, gets her unofficial. But this was KAKAO Gaming were on the back foot essentially in the beginning part of this match, right? because did take that early lead for themselves, were doing pretty well. And then it's just KAKAO Gaming mounts that come back near that Baron fight that did take place. Take the Baron, take the Drake, use the Baron so efficiently, get two inhibitors, fall back again. We try to set up a trap play, catch the Silas, melt the Silas while melting the Sejuani, taking a bit of damage, and then there's the Jinx for the cleanup and basically the match for her team over there.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it looked quite easy after they got the Baron buff, right? But it was a pretty close game. The Xayah was ahead, could have carried the game, but we always thought the later this game goes, KAKAO Gaming would be favored, and that's exactly how it's turned out to be. And congratulations to KAKAO Gaming. I mean, they are one step closer to that grand finals and a rematch against TOK, yet again. And that is going to be quite a spectacle tomorrow as well.
Yeah, absolutely. With that being said, guys, we'll just see the highlights of this very nice Game 3 over here, our crucial moments right now. As you can see, in the meantime, there's where we talked about the Vex without the flash. That's when he comes in over there, gets that free kill for herself. The bot side, Dead Corporal was struggling quite a bit in the early parts of this game. Another nice setup from WT over here. The flash over by the Nautilus gets it over. But the Nautilus... problem here, Nautilus gets the kill, gets the second kill as well, I think so. After the Vex gets this kill from her ultimate onto Dragoon over here. Dragoon gets this kill for himself, and then now the Silas will go down after stealing Nautilus ultimate, and it's the Nautilus who gets the last hit onto her essentially because of the Ignite ticking away, and Dead Corporal came for backup, dies himself, was not having a very great early game and was struggling quite a bit, even gets 1v1 by the ADC of WTD. That's the Xayah getting the free kill for herself over there after flashing over the traps. In the meantime, in the mid lane is where the fight started actually taking place. The Silas goes in with the Renekton ultimate, with the Lulu ultimate on the Sejuani. Just two big tanks there in your face. You can't do anything. The Nautilus gets caught out here, just being a bit overzealous. Essentially, the Sejuani passive does line up onto her. You go down at the end of the day. In the meantime, in the mid lane, the hook lands onto the Jinx. Jinx flashes away. Sejuani ultimate gets popped out over there. Stolen Vex ultimate comes in over here. And as Kaka so rightly pointed out, the Vex just did not show up at all today in Game 3 over here.
Yeah, and I think it does come down to that level 1, funnily enough. You have to start W to deny the Silas in the early game. And then he lost his flash. He ended up dying to the gank. And then he was just ineffective throughout the game, right? You can never match the Silas in the 1v1 in the side lane regardless. And just, yeah, the Vex pick did not have the most impact, but I don't think it was the reason alone enough for his team to lose. I think we have to give props to Dead Corporal on that Jinx, and Style is art on that Lulu, who did go deathless in this game and supported his team really well. So great job by the bot lane of KKG. In fact, just catching out Renekton in the top side of the map as well, right? That's what ended the game for us right here. You can see the Jinx is untouched, gets one reset, gets the triple kill shortly afterwards, and then the other fight that had happened gets the Quadra, and it was GG well played right there.
Yeah, but even in this fight, the Viego just goes too deep. When the Lulu ultimate was still there, that could be popped onto the Jinx. That did basically save a lot of her over there. Over here, WTD had a very good setup over here. They do melt the Silas so fast. Sejuani does take a bit much longer, and that's where the Jinx comes in. Gets a perfect startup with her chompers basically over there, and just gets the reset after reset with the excitement. And that's the Renekton jumping over, but does end up dying over there for the Quadra, and that just leaves the solo Xayah in base. She cannot do much. It's technically the unofficial penta for Dead Corporal at this point, because he does get this kill as well. Xayah can't do anything to actually stop it, and that's KAKAO Gaming taking Game 3 over here in a very, very spicy series, honestly, in my opinion. That being said, guys, let's take a little bit look at the stats of this match, basically the scoreboard and what actually you could see from the perspective on paper over here, Kaka.
Yeah, it's a very close game. Even towards the end, only a 7k goal lead. 9 turrets to 3 for the side of Wheatride. I think that is wrong. So this might be flipped a bit. Honestly, one Baron each. Void Grubs again 3 to 3. Dragons, of course, KKG was ahead and was closing in towards that soul point, and 18 to 14 kills. So this was a very, very close game and a very close series overall. And KAKAO Gaming do come out on top, but WTD, we can hold their heads up high because they performed really well, especially the support player on that Thresh, Nautilus, Rel. I mean, he was so good in this match.
Yeah, he was just excellent. The hooks, the ways he was playing, the roams he went for, this man could do nothing wrong essentially in my books. Maybe just a bit of a fallback from the rest of his team, but hey, that just happens sometimes. It did go. WT did put up a very good fight. But with that being said, guys, we'll be taking a look at the crucial MVP of this entire match over here, and that has to be none other than Dead Corporal, my man on that Jinx from KAKAO Gaming. 9, 4, and 5, and most of those kills came in that triple into that quadra, right? The triple into the quadra, that's 7 kills right there. This man did not stop. Once he got excited in those fights, he just popped off. And look at his CS per minute, 9.9 CS per minute. That's essentially very well given how much fighting was going on across the entire map over here in this game 3. So all in all, very well played by this man. Remind you, this man started off as a top laner, played jungle in the last tournament, and then played ADC in this tournament. What can this man not do at this point, Kaka?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he has gotten MVP in now 3 different roles as well. So just, collecting some sort of achievement right there, but performed really well in this game 3. Shout out to the Lulu as well, Stylus Art, supporting his AD carry as much as he could, enabling him to carry the game. And yeah, KAKAO Gaming 2-1 winners, and will be moving forward tomorrow in that lower bracket final against Phoenix Gaming.
Yeah,
with that, guys,
said,
we do have the. Yeah, go on, Vandals.
We will take a look at those 5. We did take a look at the top 5 summoners before this matchup started, and now we'll take a look at them once again after this series has been just completed, right? We did have 2 players from the top 5 who were playing in this series, and now just look at it. Now we have Dead Corporal added to the mix over here in our top 5 in the 5th position, essentially, with those 50 kills on the Jinx. Now the Jinx, he did play phenomenally, but look at this. Hashir will be locking in that number 1 spot right now, but unfortunately I don't think he will be holding to it for too long, because they are currently out of the tournament and there are 2 more series to be played, and Indica I think will slowly be also moving down because even his team has been knocked out of this tournament over here, Kaka.
Yeah, 100%, and Dead Corporal moving up the ladder. But again, T-Berry just, sitting pretty right there. Only has to get 4-5 kills to move towards that top position. So yeah, I mean, more games for the side of Hashir and Anubis, even Dead Corporal, who will play more games tomorrow as well. And if he ends up winning, maybe faces TOK in the finals. But these are our top 5 players so far in the tournament. Unfortunately, Thorfinn has moved down 1 or 2 spots, although I think he has been the player of the tournament in this one so far. We looked at the damage numbers as well early on, and he was the one who was dealing the highest damage in these games. But yeah, top 5 right here, and subject to change tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's gonna be looking like a banger of a series over there, especially with Phoenix Gaming being one of our tournament winners against KAKAO Gaming over here, being runners up multiple times. So it's essentially going to be seeing which 2 of these teams can battle out and who will end up facing TOK, Temple of Kings, in that grand final, right? So I honestly cannot wait for Phoenix Gaming versus KAKAO Gaming tomorrow in the lower bracket finals. It's going to be a best of 5 series if I'm not mistaken, so it's going to be even more action packed, more games for you to watch. It's a best of three. It's a best of
Yeah,
three.
it's a
I've
best
been
of three.
informed. So, but even then, it's going to be a really good series. I just cannot wait to see which team goes down. Phoenix Gaming have been playing really well. I've been watching a couple of their earlier matches as well. So they have been pretty dominant throughout this entire tournament. So I cannot wait to see what they do when they face up against KAKAO Gaming and what KAKAO Gaming can essentially pull off over here.
Yeah, Phoenix Gaming did win the SK Please Invitational Community Clash as well. So I mean, they are one of the few winners that we have alongside TOK. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great matchup tomorrow, and I can't wait for it to see who ends up winning it.
Yeah, with that being said, guys, we will be taking our leave for today, but don't miss out. We will be back tomorrow with that lower bracket final that we did mention, so please do tune in for it. It's going to be a banger of a series. With that being said, it's been me, me Madness, alongside Kaka today, and it's been fun to be with you guys.
Yeah, see you guys soon.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.